Good morning, 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 good morning. Hello, hello. Welcome, welcome. Good to see you, Nick. Hello. Why do I feel so out of practice? Every Monday, right? I come on stream and I'm like, man, I'm ready to stream. I've got all my shit together. And then I get on and I'm like, man, I can't remember how I'm supposed to do this, but good morning. Hello, Mimi. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Oh, sorry, that was not a weird sound. I'm trying to like squeeze out the last of this moisturizer I've got. Dude, I'm not sure if like the male species also experiences this, but I'm guessing my fellow womb havers will probably experience this. When Christmas comes along and people don't know what to get you, they get you moisturizer, which is cool and all, but when you buy your own because you're very particular about what you want, you end up having to just use up what you've got and then like have like an abundance left over, right? I'm moisturizing all the time, which is great because I got really dry skin, but like Jesus Christ, I'm like I've been on this like Superdrug extract skincare cherry blossom hand cream for like 2 years now, and I bought it for myself, and I've got loads of new moisturizer with nice scents on it that I got for Christmas. Wow, I've put way too much on my skin. Right, put some on my face. Good lord. And like I could not get any out the other day, and now I'm getting like too much out. And I'm not really sure how that's happened, but never mind. Hello. Anyway, I got updates. I got updates. Let's go. I'm like Cassandra. Cause moisturize me. I love that fucking TV series. I am the biggest fan. I remember when that episode came out. So, fun fact about Doctor Who, if you didn't know, that's what Mimi's referencing. Fun fact with Doctor Who, my doctor was technically David Tennant. He was the one that I started watching. Technically speaking, he was the one that was on when I started, like when I was old enough to watch Doctor Who. And then he generated into Matt Smith. And I saw pretty much most of Matt Smith's stuff. So, technically speaking, Matt Smith's my doctor. But then Peter Capaldi's my favorite, and he's on a poster. I've got a huge A2 poster of Peter Capaldi on the wall behind me, looking over me, and yes, he watches me in bed. We'll not go any deeper with that. But anyway, best doctor, to be honest, the 9th one. What, Christopher Eccleston? He is good. I'm so sad that he didn't end up continuing. I know he quit because of mental health issues. I'm pretty sure he's talked about it. Like, he was going through like an eating disorder at the time. But he was fucking great. It's so sad. I like wish that they did more with him, because everyone always looks back at the 9th one and is like, he was the worst. And it's like, honestly, are you kidding? I have a lot of opinions about Doctor Who, right? For me, best one was Peter Capaldi. Very not common choice, but neither is the 9th one, so nice one, Mimi. Fully respect. I have watched all the recent ones. I haven't watched many of the old ones. I used to watch the Tom Baker ones, but that's about the only one I watched. Watched a lot of Sarah Jane growing up. And then so the best one for me is the 12th one, right? Which is Peter Capaldi. But like I know so many people that like have different ones. My friends' kids, right? I talk to my friends' kids because we all hang out. Like he goes out with them and I go, like, we all hang out and stuff for birthdays and stuff. They were talking about Doctor Who with me because they know I'm into it. So it's like I'm great to talk to. I'm good with kids for some reason, but their like special interests are like my special interests. So like we never run out of things to talk about. And one of the things they talked to me about, I was like, so what are your favorite doctors? And they're both like, oh, Matt Smith. And I'm like, oh my God. And keep in mind, these children were not alive when Matt Smith was the doctor. And I was just like, sat there like, I'm so old. That was my doctor growing up, and it's their favorite. I'm just like, oh my God. It's moments like that with these kids. Like, they'll talk about Minecraft as well. And like, I'm just like, you weren't born when it came out. It's just like it's just like one of those moments where I'm like, man, I know I'm like, out of the 4 of us, And by that I mean Mina, Mimi, and Maddie. Like, out of the four of us, I'm obviously the youngest at 23. But, like, I'm feeling old, so sorry, guys. My brother has all the Doctor Who on DVD, I think. I think my roommate's got a load of them, so when I move, I'll probably have a bunch of them, and if not, I will get them, don't worry. I've actually not seen anything since Peter Capaldi's stuff, mostly because I watched all the more recent, like, I watched all the Doctor Who on Netflix. I watched a lot of it on BBC, obviously, but in more recent years, I've obviously only had access to Netflix, so I watched it on Netflix, watched all of it. The Jodie Whittaker series wasn't available at the time on Netflix, so I never saw them. To be honest, I'm all for a female doctor. Really, I am so for it. I was like, when it like got announced that there would be a female one, I was like, this is great, because like there was like, it was hinted at during Matt Smith's time that technically speaking, Time Lords could regenerate into women, which I was like, so why haven't we had one yet? So I was fully in support. I don't think I want to be nice because Jodie Whittaker is a great actress, don't get me wrong. I just don't think she was suited for the Doctor, and I think the writing was a little flat during that time, but I've not really seen much of it. But just from what I've seen, I'm like, probably not the best choice. I've heard the more recent one. I don't know the recent actor's name, but like the more recent one, I've heard so many good things about him. I'm like really hyped, so I'm probably going to get back into it. I accidentally had stream still muted. Fuck. Hi, Nick. Sorry, yeah. I am talking. Yeah, no, I've got so many opinions on Doctor Who. It's like, I got so much Doctor Who stuff. I was like, biggest fan, right? So into it. I've got a K9. It was a remote control one. It doesn't work anymore, but it's like probably like one of the collector's ones. I don't know. I just got it like years ago because I was obsessed. So I got a K9. My parents, this is fun. So my parents would never let me have a dog. I've never owned a dog growing up. Obviously, I've talked about the fact that when I move, I will probably get a dog. But I wasn't allowed a dog growing up. We had rabbits. We've still got rabbits, so it wasn't really feasible anyway. But then on top of that, my mum is very much a cat person and not a dog person. Very much on that side of the family, they are cat people. My dad's a dog person, but not really. Like, I don't think he really wants pets anyway. So I wasn't allowed a dog growing up. And I replaced that need with a remote control canine, and I treated it like my baby. I was like, this is my dog. I loved it. And then it stopped working after a month of having it, and I was devastated. Kitty cats, I am just both. I don't think I can say I'm either. Like, I'm like, very much, I'm like, if I had to choose an animal I'd want when I move, it'd be a dog. But I have grown up around cats. I love cats, and I'm not like against cats at all. I really like cats, so I couldn't say I have a preference. My mother, though, definitely is a cat person. But yeah. No worries, just wondering why I hadn't heard your stream yet, lol. I just watched it because my brother had it on. Nice. Yeah, but so I had the remote control canine. It was my what do you call it? Like replacement? I don't know. Substitute. There we go. That was my substitute dog. But I had that, and I also had I had loads of sonic screwdrivers. I also had like the build set of the sonic screwdrivers, which was so cool. Fun fact though, most of the pieces you were supposed to mix and match it, so you would like take it apart and you would like put different ones and make your own kind of thing. Fucking didn't work. Like some of the pieces couldn't go together, which I found really annoying. So it was like you had 3 different builds, like, and you could mix and match them in between. That was what you were supposed to do. But 2 of the sets couldn't intertwine with each other, which I found really weird. So I just never got to use it properly. And then I had like the light up musical like TARDIS, and I also had like, I didn't really have the action figures growing up, but my sibling did. And then eventually my sibling decided I don't want it anymore. So they just put it out in a charity bag, and I found it and I was like, absolutely not. Yes, so I've got a David Tennant that's missing a hand, and I've got a Matt Smith that is also missing an arm. But I've got them both. And then my mother very kindly found me in like an antique shop the same David Tennant that I already had, but this one has both hands, and she's like, oh, and it comes with the sonic screwdriver. Little did she know it wasn't the right sonic screwdriver, but it was so cool because I was like, I got one. And I got 2 little canines, and I'm just like, I'm happy. Hi, Meanie. Hi, Mina. Sorry, I literally read your name as Meanie because I saw the Y before, and I was like, Meanie. Hello, Mina. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. It's good to see you, Meanie. Meanie, absolute Meanie. You got Meanie, Mimi, and Maddie. Mimi Mopal. No, Mimi is different. Mina. I was not Meanie with an I was reading it as Meanie with a Y. God damn it. What a nerd. Oi. Fuck off. I think we've just established that I'm an absolute nerd. But yeah, so I had like the albums and stuff growing up. My favorite TV show wasn't even Doctor Who. Like, obviously, it was the one I grew up with. It's the special interest one. My main special interest at that age was actually the Merlin TV series. If anyone knows, I don't know if it was like a thing that was like kind of around in like other countries, but like the BBC Merlin TV series. Oh my god. I love those. I was devastated when it ended. I still am not over the fact that it ended. I've got like so much to do with that series. I've got an album, I've got a magazine, I've got all the books. So fun fact, they released a bunch of books. I'm not sure if they're like I haven't read them, but like the books, I've only read one of them actually. I have read one of them. The first one was about like the first episode, so I don't really know what the continuation of that is. But the books were really cool because they all line up, right? The spines all line up and make one big image. Do you know how hard those books are to find? They're really rare. I found one like full set online while I was looking for one of the other individual ones. The full set online was about £500. I wish I was exaggerating. It sold very quickly as well, might I add. But like, they were really hard to get. I'm such a I'm such a cheapskate, and I'm also very resourceful. So I eventually found all. Wait, I'm looking at them right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I found all 9 books. I don't know how much I paid for them in total. I don't think it was that much. Probably under £100. So probably, I think I saved money because, like, if you look at the backs, they're not. I didn't pay. I think only a couple of them I paid more than the retail price for, like probably only a couple pounds more. So I really saved on them. So I'm like, you know. So I got all of those. They are my prized possessions because those books are really hard to find. Dang. Oh, I love that series. Let's go, Mina! Mina knows what's up. Oh my god, Merlin, yes, me too. My god, guys, I love you. Yeah, this series is so good. Oh my god, we need to do like a watch party or something with the first episode. I would cry. I would literally cry. I need it. I almost, fun fact actually as well, going to the Merlin thing, I almost bought the box set of them the other day. I was in CEX and they had it. Problem was, I'd already spent about... How much did I spend? I spent £42 in HMV already that day on a single record just before I went in CEX. And although I had the money, I like didn't really want to I didn't want to spend it on this like box set as well. Mostly because sometimes CEX is a good value, sometimes it's not. So I was like, I will wait and see on this one. But it was like £35 for the box set. I almost bought it. But yeah. Do you remember Primeval? I do. I still have all the TV series. Oh, well, I've got quite a few of the series downstairs, like on box sets. So yes, I do. It was... I don't think I was old enough to watch it though. I shouldn't have watched it at the age I was. I'd never seen Jurassic Park, and my dad literally got me on Primeval. So funny. No, it's been a while since I saw the series. I would love to do like a watch party on Discord. I know I keep saying about watch parties, but I just never get around to them. It's just because my schedule is a bit unpredictable at times on most days of the week, so it's kind of hard to know what to do when, sort of thing. Oh my god, that would be amazing. It would. But maybe I should do a watch party where we watch like the first episode or something, because it's like pretty cool. But I'll see about that because I gotta work it out. God, I literally went for a wee before. Sorry, this is TMI. I went for a wee before the stream, and I already need to go again. I'm drinking so much water at the minute, guys. You're gonna be so proud of me. So if you didn't know about this about me, I live off Pepsi Max. I don't really drink anything else except coffee. It's just a sensory thing. It's easier for me. I don't know how to describe it. I just prefer it. It's what I reach for. I don't really. If I'm thirsty, I don't go for a glass of water. It's like I think it's just easier. I also don't really do cold Coke. It's like just room temperature, which might be gross to some people. Obviously, I would prefer it chilled, but it's just what I have. So I think I find it easier to consume Pepsi than I do water, weirdly. But recently I've been really good about drinking water, and I've been drinking lukewarm water, which most people would be like, isn't that like something you struggle with since realize? It's actually a lot easier for me to get it down quicker if it's lukewarm. So I do that. I don't do it ice cold, although if I'm really thirsty, I want an ice cold one. But yeah, so cool stuff. But yeah, I've been drinking water a lot recently, so I'm doing good with that. I'm back on my bullshit about that. It's not what I have next to me, so if any of you redeem redeem, I've got lemon iced tea next to me. Do you gulp down lukewarm water? I gulp down any drink. I literally like, I'm like the British meme where you go to the pub and they like knock back a pint in 1 second. I can literally, well, not 1 second, but I can do that with most drinks. I'm not a slow drinker. I don't. Thanks, Mina. Mina Rudine drink. Oh, thank you, Mina. I will drink to that. You son of a... I got the most sensitive teeth in the world, so cold drink is hard. Yeah, that's kind of it as well. I think my teeth sensitivity is actually due to like my Coke intake, but like with most cold things, I really struggle with it because it just hurts. In the UK at the minute, obviously it's really cold. Water comes out the tap, stupidly cold. So it's a lot easier for me to just boil a bit of water in the kettle. Sometimes if I can get away with it, I'll just drink the like hot setting. The teeth. Yeah, the teeth. It hurts. It hurts. Yeah, same. Yeah, literally, you guys get it. It's really hard to like, it's a bit too much of a shock to the system for me to want to consistently drink cold water. If I'm looking to just hydrate quickly, it's easier for me to do lukewarm. So that's what I've been doing recently. Most mornings I wake up and I'm having lukewarm water. It's a lot easier. Also, your body absorbs, I don't know how true this is. I've heard it from a lot of people. Your body absorbs lukewarm or like room temperature things a lot easier than it does cold stuff. So I wonder, like, I think that it's better for you to drink anyway. I'm not really sure what it's about. I think most people are like, but it feels nicer. But it's like if you can cope with it. But yeah. Do I put anything in the water though? No. I would like to, but I've not found a good flavorant. I used to do a lot of Vimto stuff, but I'm just like, you get like a nasty aftertaste when there's too much like of something in it, and I don't like less squash in it. So it's got to be like quite concentrated. So if anyone wants to let me know, I like the is it Volcana or Volcania? I don't know. It's the water that's got like flavoring in it. I like that stuff. I really like that stuff. I would drink quite a lot of that. I wish I could find that flavorant like in just a squeezy bottle that I can just add to water whenever I feel like it. What I think I might do is when I move, I might see about getting like a large bottle and then just adding that to my daily water and just drinking it like very watered down but still got something in it. Volvic? Yeah, I think that's the one. Mimi knows what's up. It's, yeah, I don't know how British it is. I can't drink lots of plain water. It needs to have flavor in it. I think I'm the same. I'm really bad. If things are inconvenient reach for me, I tend to not deal with it. It's like, so for me, it's like the reason you guys hear me cracking open Coke a lot of the time is because they're down by my feet. So like, I have Coke near me at all times. The reason for that is not because it's not so I have easy access. It's literally there because if I don't have it on me, if it's anywhere else in the house, my dad will just help himself to it, and it's expensive. So it's easier for me to just not have it anywhere he can access, because it's what I use for work, so I'll take it to work with me. We have water dispensers at work, but I don't trust them. I used to drink so much of that. Yeah, I don't like. Again, it's the thing of like I need to. If I'm gonna drink it though, it's got to be in a fridge, and the fridge is not the nicest thing to access. I'm definitely more of a smell sensitive person. Like, smell really affects like. It really affects me. I don't know how to describe it other than just like I get more overstimulated by sound and smell than I do taste. But texture is another one. Texture, sound, smell really bother me. Taste not so much. Taste doesn't really bother me that much. So if the sensation of something is not great, then I will cry. quite quite easily put. The best example I could give of that is like, oh my god, I was literally describing because I watched so many movies at the weekend, right? I watched a film called The Help, which is a great movie. If you haven't seen it, I would recommend it. It's really funny. I think most people would enjoy it. But The Help was really good. And in that, like, they're on, like, a date and they're, like, eating mussels. And I literally was describing to my friend who was with me because we were drinking. I literally said to him, I was like, do you know what the texture of those is? I've never eaten them because just the look of them makes me want to vomit. It looks like snot. And apparently the texture of it is it's like snot. But like the thing is, I was trying to describe this to him while I was absolutely pissed off my head, right? Which meant that I just kept like dry gagging, like dry heaving. It was not a good time. Sorry. Get some bottles of water by you. Yeah, I should probably. No one cleans our water dispenser at work, like, ever. Whenever I see someone use it, I feel like I could gag. How do you clean them, though? That's what I'm wondering. Our one isn't, like... I don't know. The thing is at my workplace is you can't drink the water out of the tap. I usually just say to people, I'm like, just drink the water out of the tap. We can't because, fun fact, we actually had a random course assigned to us on Legionnaire's disease. If you didn't know what Legionnaire's disease is, basically where if water comes from a stagnant place, you're at risk of Legionnaire's disease, amongst other things. Our water is not like, because I work in warehousing, it's on an industrial estate. It's not necessarily the most sterile water, so it's not recommended to drink it straight from the tap. So basically at work, if you don't have a drink on you, you're fucked because the vending machine is extortionate. Oh my god, when I started working there, right, most things in the vending machine were like 90p, like maybe like, you know, a chocolate bar was like 80 odd p, like a can of like fizz was like 90p. Like, it really wasn't expensive. They've upped the price again of it now, like, and they keep doing this, and I've been there like 3 years at this point. The fucking vending machine, it's like most things in there are now £1.20. Like, they have like the tiny bags of like those squishy like drumstick kind of like sweets. If you don't know what those are, I don't really know how to describe them to you. They're just like kind of squishy gummies, like Haribo, just like in a rubber shape, or an eraser, because I know rubber is condom to some people, or a rubber like where you'd use to get rid of pencil. It looks like that, right? They're really good, and they're the little like snack size bags. They're £1.20. A big full-size bag of those is barely £1 at most places. It's a rip-off, and most of it's close to its sell-by date as well because they're buying it cheap. So the guy's not even spending a lot. I'm like, how much profit are you making off this thing? Funnily enough, though, we've noticed that people have stopped buying from it. So, like, it's only going to be a matter. The fucking phone's ringing again. Who the fuck at this? It really, really grates me. It's like 11:30 in the fucking morning here right now, and someone's ringing my fucking landline. I'm the only person home at this time, and if it was any other day of the week, I'd be asleep. Who the fuck is calling? I am assuming it's spam callers, but occasionally it's someone my dad knows, and I'm like, he's not here, he's at work. You guys know he's at work. This is all his, like, old people friends, like, because my dad's, like, not young, he's in his, like, close to retirement age, we'll just say that. He's closer to retirement, so my dad, like, all his, like, social circle are retired, right? They're mostly retired people. And they all just have so much free time on their hands. They're like, I'll call, I almost said his name then. I'll call, fuck. I'll call Jasper's dad. Fuck, I almost said his name, Jesus Christ. Don't, anyway, I'll call Jasper's dad, and they call. In the middle of the day, it's like, you don't have anything better to do. It's like, I'm the only person home, and you're driving me up the wall. Sometimes I'm genuinely love it. I hate the landline. We don't need it. He's the only person that fucking uses it. Anyway. Oh my god, are you okay? No, I'm having, like, breakdown, sorry. Anyway, you could... So then have a quick poker face. Let's go. I love that song. They're actually grim, to be honest. You have to take them apart and take the nozzle off. Gross. Wait, I thought legally the cold water coming out the taps or in commercial premises has to be drinkable. It is technically not a commercial place, so it's warehousing, but it's not like we don't. Storage, I think, is the best way to describe it. It's like people come like to the place, but it's not like everything's done online, if that makes sense. I can't go into much more detail about it, but it's like it's not the kind of place that like people come to collect things, if that makes sense. So it's not technically a commercial place. I'm not sure. It's like most of us don't trust the drinking water anyway because we have a septic tank anyway, and it's stored right next to the water source, so it's like kind of gross. But yeah, it's like I think we're kind of pushing that place. They cut so many corners with it. I would not be surprised if we got someone in to do like a just like legality check. I don't know what they would call it, like just a raw check to see what we're doing is legal and illegal. Probably get shut down because I don't think most of what we do there is like within health standards, but most of us, we just don't like, most people there don't. We were night workers, man. Like, we're not really, like, reaching for a glass of water. Like, I'm sorry. Like, most of us are on some form of caffeine, whether it's, like, Monster Energy, Lucozade, or if it's, like, a coffee. I'm on Coke. No. I'm on Coca-Cola. Like, I'm on Pepsi. Like, it's, like, not really the sort of work environment that you would be drinking water voluntarily anyway. Some of us do, but, like, not me. It's, like, not convenient. I literally, like... I could now, because before I couldn't, because I walk to work and I have one of those like hippie sling bags. I keep my like, this is warehousing and stuff, I keep all my personal protective gear. I don't know what the word for it is. I think it's PPE. Yeah, that's the one. Personal protective equipment. I keep all that in my bag and it doesn't leave much space, so I can fit like 2 cans of Coke, a packet of crisps, and maybe a chocolate bar in there. In recent years, it's just 1 can of Coke and, like, whatever snack I've decided on consuming that day. So it's, like, for me, it's not convenient to, like, drag a bottle of water to work. Also because we all have a habit of leaving things where we were working. So if we finish what we're doing, if we've got a can or something, we just all, like, collectively, like, leave them on the side and stuff. There were, like... We noticed the other day on our, like... sorting table, we're like, there was about 2 mugs on there, and we're like, where have those come from? Because one of them was like a Halloween one, it was definitely someone's like personal one, and we're like, where does that come from? We come back like the following week, there's fucking 5 of the things on this table now, and we're all like, where the fuck are these coming from? We thought it was like the shift that comes in after us, and we're just like, did they have like no respect for like the fact that we've got to clean up after them? In the end, we kind of said, like, we gave out a warning saying, like, look, if they're not cleaned up, we're going to bin them. Literally came the day of when we were going to bin these mugs. And suddenly we found out it was one of our co-workers, and it was his mugs from home. Little shit. We're like, dude, these have been sat here for, like, one of them's a Halloween mug. It's been sat here since 2024. Dude, it was gross. Took them home, though, and cleaned them. Anyway, but yeah. £1.20 ours are way more. £2.80 for a bottle of fucking Coke. Are you kidding? Is that legal? Jesus Christ. Sorry, couldn't wait for stream. Okay. But that's okay. I'm glad to have you here. We don't grab no water. Yeah, water. Water. A water bottle. A water bowl. I don't know how I say it. I think I say both. I know I don't pronounce the H's if it's at the beginning of the thing, like when I'm doing more of a Cornish accent. Like, yeah, like, look, it's not like fucking Oldsworthy, Elston, Hammer. Yeah, no, I don't say the H. I used to work at a well-known furniture place, lol. And the store was unfinished when it opened, and the escalators were second-hand and not fitted properly, so they were all wavy. Kid fell over, got his finger chopped off on one of them. Holy shit! That's how much they cut corners there. Yeah, like, in our place, as far as they're concerned, health and safety doesn't matter until someone dies. Like, in our workplace, like, there was very minimal safety procedures put in. Literally, we all have to wear high visors because it's a work environment, it's a warehouse, there's forklifts, you know. We all have to wear high visors. We didn't have a thing, and I'm pretty sure this is legal standard, we didn't have to do them up until someone got hit by a forklift. So fun. And they also changed color every couple months, which last year I think we went through like 4 different colors of high vis, so I had like a rainbow of high visors during my time there. Still be like, fuck them fingers, we used to have monies. Yeah, like, it's in our place, I'm the first aider. I'm constantly trying to get my management to sort things out, because I'm like, look, if I have to do like first aid on this, I'm not gonna be kind about it in the form. Sure enough, recently someone literally fractured their arm in my workplace, and I was the first aider on scene. I had to do a fucking school nurse procedure where, straight up, the one thing they say is like, put something cold on it to reduce swelling. I didn't have any ice packs. We're supposed to have ice packs. There is no reason why we shouldn't have ice packs. We have a freezer. So I was like, why the fuck do we have a freezer that's empty? No one keeps anything in it. I'm like, why the fuck do we have a freezer and no ice packs? So I was annoyed about that. I ended up having to pull a school nurse and put like a wet paper towel on it until I could bandage it, which was fucking fantastic. The guy ended up going to fucking hospital. Did you slap a wet paper towel on it? I sure did. And sure enough, like, the guy literally said, like, oh, that feels a lot better. So it works. But, like, just felt like, I'm like, I got trained for this. I'm, like, certified to do this properly. And I can't even, like, there wasn't even, like, the equipment there. I also ended up using the wrong bandage, but, like, that was a my bad moment. I was like, I don't know which one of these, and I went for the smaller one, and it was not the smaller one. I could have just got the bigger one, but I just didn't want to. I didn't want to waste them, because recently there was like an incident where I had to wash someone's eye out. I don't know how much detail I've talked about this. I had to wash someone's eye out. I used a whole pack of like the eye wash kit. Still not been replaced. I still have the like eye wash box on the desk in the canteen, waiting for someone to like notice it enough to go, where's that come from? I would like to point out, I have informed people that we need a new one, but I don't think anything's been done. Speaking of first aid and injuries, quickly before I get into Stardew, oh sorry, I have ice packs that don't need to be in a freezer. You crack it to activate it. Oh my god, yeah, I've literally talked to my supervisor and said, you know, I'm pretty sure you can get ones that like are like the heat activated ones where you crack them. Like, why do we not have something like that? We have heat packs, which I find ironic. We have heat packs. Literally, the company ordered one like huge box of like hand warmers for one singular person. We're still all trying to wrap our heads around why this has happened. They literally did this for one person who doesn't even, like, I've got Raynaud's, and they didn't even do it for me when I had like loads of health problems because of it. And they did it for this person. We're not really sure what's going on with that. Anyway, we've got heat packs. Why do we not have ice packs? I'm like, do you know how many injuries I have to put an ice pack on every day that I don't? Like, I got concussion a few weeks ago. I probably would have benefited from an ice pack then. But anyway, your place is going to get shut down straight up if they're not careful. My cousin has Raynaud's too. Yeah, it's not nice. It's alright at the minute. Anyway, talking about health and safety, just quickly. Fun fact, I actually have absolutely beat the shit out of my hand yesterday. I literally was working on something. Well, I was working on a DVD cover because I got a DVD recently and it came from Europe, so the description on the back is not in English. So I've like made a new one for it. But like I went to do something on my desk next to me and I punched the underside of my desk on the keyboard drawer and it's sharp because it's metal. I've literally sliced my knuckle open, like quite deeply. I'm like, that's gonna leave a scar. 2 hours later, I ended up also punching my mother's conditioner bottle, which is one of those Pantene ones, and it's one of those horrible, like hard, like ones with the seal on the top. So I punch it, and it cuts my knuckle open. So my hand is literally just my ring finger is absolutely like sliced to shit. It's great. Can you stop punching things? I will not. I'm so aggressive. I'm so violent, straight up. So I'm hearing we need to get you like 50 million pillows to be taped to you if we let you free in the world. Yeah, straight up. Or do we need to get you one of those big inflatable hamster balls of safety reasons? Dude, that would be so funny. Could you imagine? I am a liability. My mother calls me her little liability. Anyway, right, I'm gonna be back in 2 seconds. I'm gonna go to the bathroom and then we're gonna continue with the game. Well, Mina knows what's up. Oh, also, before I go any further, I think this is a good time to announce. I did announce it on Thursday. I don't think many people were there at the time, so I'm going to announce it again. I'm officially, and this is a bit of a trigger warning, I'm going to be talking about substance addiction really quick. I'm officially given up smoking. You probably didn't know this about me. For the last about 6 months of my life, I have been vaping a bit too much. I was going through about an elf bar a day. Thank you. But it was getting to the point of like I was coughing a lot. You guys could hear it on stream. It was a lot worse than I was letting on. And it was expensive. I was spending about £40 a week on nicotine. So the last two weeks, I've been slowly winning my intake level down. So I was doing that through oral pouches, which I think I did kind of mention that I had something in my mouth a couple streams. So what I was doing was I had these oral, like, I don't know what they're actually called, but they're like these pouches that you kind of just stick up in your gum, and they kind of just, I don't know if they absorb or you just inhale them, or I don't know. You're not supposed to swallow them. So I was doing that with these, and like I was lowering the amounts of milligrams, because if you didn't know, like most disposable vapes are about 20 milligrams, which if you didn't know is worth the same amount as 20 plus cigarettes a day in strength. That's how much I was smoking. And so I was having to lessen that gradually because I didn't feel good. That was the main thing, was like there were reasons as to why I started. Obviously we've talked about like last year wasn't the greatest for me. It kind of brought on a lot of issues. The main one was that I did almost start drinking. I did almost get a drinking habit. Fortunately, my workplace means that I can't keep drinking, so that one fell flat very quickly. But the one thing that my workplace doesn't discourage is smoking. So obviously I was smoking quite a bit. And then what basically ended up happening was I don't even think it was the money thing that started to kick off. Obviously, the house stuff was happening, and I was like, I didn't really want to have to explain why there was about 120 odd pounds a month going missing to my family or the mortgage advisor. Fortunately, I've never had to do that. But it also like didn't make sense to me to be starting my new life in a new house with previous issues caused by like my not so great mental health. There were other reasons. It was a pain management tool as well, but like not great. So I sorted that stuff out during it and I just never stopped. But the main thing was that I was planning to give up in June because if you didn't know, in the UK it's becoming illegal to buy disposable vape products. And I decided, there was like a long story with that. I decided very quickly that I was going to be giving up in June. I did not make it that long because if you guys remember, I got very ill over Christmas, and that kind of brought on a cough, which didn't stop because I was vaping so much. And I was like, I can't do this anymore. It was giving me headaches because I was coughing so badly. And I was just like, I can't keep doing this. It's expensive and I don't feel good because of it. And I'm also missing out. Also, I had to go stand out in the fucking freezing cold. There were about 2 different storms recently, like really bad, like tornado warning level storms in the UK. I was going out in that. So it was like, it was just not worth it anymore. But yeah, sorry. Oh my god, don't work that out. That makes me feel so shit. Jasper, if you're gonna go to the bathroom, don't punch stuff. No, I will. Good day, congratulations on quitting smoking. Thank you, Mina. So Mina was the only person out of all of us that knew I was vaping. Mina knew that I was vaping quite a bit. We did talk about me quitting. And then I announced a few weeks ago, like on stream, I was like, Mina knows what I'm talking about. I won't go into detail until I've dealt with it. But I'm giving up something that was unhealthy, and she knows. And sure enough, she was happy. So Mina knew the whole time. I really appreciate her keeping that quiet for me. But I couldn't have done it without your support, Mina. I just want to say a big thank you to you because you've been my example to better myself. This isn't necessarily to say that I'm not going to be honest. Addiction is hard. I wouldn't say that I was addicted, but that's what addicts say, so I'm just not gonna say anything with that. But it's like, I'm not gonna say that I'll never start again. I don't want to start again, but obviously, like, it was convenience. I don't like cigarettes. I very much knew I wasn't going to be able to hide cigarettes if I smoked cigarettes, so I didn't do that. Also, cigarettes were more expensive. Vaping, elf bars and stuff, they're about £6 in total. Like, every time you buy them, they're very easily accessible, which is why the government's now making them illegal. But another thing is that they're very not environmentally friendly. I recycled mine very much, and I talked about this last stream. I recycled mine. Mine all stayed in a box until I could go to the only place in my town that recycles them, which was B&M. Ironically, my B&M store was the only place that carried a recycling bin for them. So that was the only place I could go to recycle them. That built up too much to the point that I was starting to struggle to hide them. I remember coming downstairs one day, because they come with these little caps, like these rubber stoppers. I would take one to work and put the rubber stopper with the vape in my pocket. And in my pocket, it would fall out, but I was putting it in there to keep the dust out. Gave up on that after a while, because what happened was I came home one day from work to find all the rubber stoppers from like these months I was smoking just on my parents' ironing board because they'd found them in the washing machine. And I was like, oh my god, they never found out. I don't think they ever knew. They've not said anything to me, mostly because I'm, old, they don't have to. But like, I was like so embarrassed at that point, and I was like, I was so much more careful about hiding it and stuff. So yeah, sorry. Not really talking. Others, congratulations on quitting. Thank you, Mimi. Yeah, that's normal. I'm so proud of you. Thank you. 40 quid a week is times a week, 52 weeks. You would save 2,000 quid a year, £2,000 a year by not vaping. Then that's always nice. I started in August last year, so realistically, I wasn't really vaping long enough to really say it was a problem. But any addiction that's costing you money and your health is a problem, so that's what I was doing. I'm not encouraging it, by the way. I'm not saying it was a good idea. I knew at the time it wasn't a good idea. It just made me feel better about myself. It's not a good habit to get into. I don't encourage it in any way, shape, or form. If you're struggling yourself, there are alternatives to just like cold turkey, because I know people that quit around the same time as me, but they quit cold turkey. They've recently taken it back up. Cold turkey has a very low success rate. You're better off weaning yourself slowly down. I think most anti-smoking advisors would also say the same. Cold turkey is not the way to go, which sounds like a bit of a like, I don't know the word, but like where it's like competing evidence or whatever you call it. It's not the patches, some people don't like the patches. I was gonna go on the patches, but I've got plaster adhesivity like allergies. So like I didn't want to risk like putting a patch on and then having to take it off and not having anything else to like, you know, compete with it. So I went with the oral patches option. And I found that worked for me. There's gums, there's other options. The pouches were the only option that had a high enough nicotine value for me to. Anyway, the point being, I quit. Some people can quit cold turkey. It's a willpower thing. I probably would have gotten away with it, but I hate having headaches, so I really didn't want to go down that route. But yeah, so fortunately, I'm pleased to say that I have quit. I officially quit last Thursday. So there you go. That's that. Sorry. Yeah, I used to smoke and vape 3 years ago I quit. Yeah. No, think of it more like this. Now you're going to be able to use that amount for other things in your PC and apartment. Yeah, the money wasn't a problem. The money, because I still had enough for the computer and stuff. The computer might be delayed, by the way. I've got to put some money into a LISA, which is where the government gives you a certain percentage of money you put into like a savings account for a first home. I've got to put money into that because I'm going to lose out this year if I'm not careful. So the money, the computer's being put on hold, but that's partially also just because my living situation is changing, and I will get onto that. But yeah, the PC, it's definitely gonna give me more freedom to buy like cutlery and shit for my new home. But yeah, of course, because I bought myself a record when I decided I was gonna quit. I was like, I'm gonna buy myself this record because it's equivalent to how much I'm spending on vaping every week, and I really punished. I was like, if I go back to it, I have to return this. And I am too much of a pussy to return things, so I didn't give up. I kept going. I was really proud of myself. But yeah, so I've got a record. I've got the Cowboy Bebop record. I'm really happy with it. I have no record player, by the way. I will be when I move. Of course, you know, if you tell me something, I have your back and I won't spill the tea. Thank you, Mina. Too many kids are vaping also these days. Yeah, if you're like, not that you should be watching this if you're under 18. I would advise you not to watch my content if you're under 18, but I'm just saying, if you know anyone that's vaping, there are alternatives. Encourage them to take them. Because Christmas was really complicated for me hiding vaping from my family. I literally was in the bathroom just doing it under my Christmas jumper when I could, and I still had a headache. It was not a fun time. But yeah, I think I tried a singular vape hit once, but it was meh. Never had an interest in smoking either. Yeah, like, I knew that once kind of the ban hit that we were going to lose, like, the amount that I was vaping, and I was like, I'm not paying to get a box vape, which is one of the bigger ones. I have a reusable one. It's garbage. It doesn't work, so I don't use it, so I'm not worried about it. I'll probably just get rid of it eventually, but... The only reason I haven't got rid of it is because I don't actually know how to. It's not really one of those things that you can just throw away. So yeah, vaping is so bad for you. It's crazy. Some of the stories I've heard of young people nearly dying. I think that's a lot of black market, like e-liquid, because the big epidemic was coming from kids buying from unlicensed stores because they were the only ones that didn't check ID. But there are, like, in my town, like, I know people that vape and they're too young because people don't check. Most of the reputable stores I go to, they do check. Welcome, Lucky, good to see you. Sorry, I am about to go to the bathroom, so give me 2 seconds. If I want to go smoke cigarettes, my parents will take me to the lung department of hospitals. The problem is I hid it from my family because I'm pretty sure one of my grandparents died of lung cancer. So it's like, I knew that there would be a big, disappointing disownment conversation had they found out, but they haven't said anything. I don't think I really hid it very well. So I'd be surprised if they didn't know and just didn't say anything. My dad kind of did say something. I came downstairs, I was sorting out something on the DVD cabinet, and he was watching ITV News, and one of the adverts came on, was like, are you struggling with vaping? And my dad was like, yeah, Jasper, are you struggling with giving up vaping? And I was like, what the fuck? Where did that come from? And I was like, stood there in disbelief. I didn't really know how to respond to him. I was like, what? I was like, where did you get that information from? He didn't say anything, so welcome. Oh my god, Cowboy Bebop's so good. Vaping and smoking is highly addictive. Yeah, vaping is especially because the percentage is so much higher. smoking is actually like, it's really hard to keep doing. I will be honest, like I'd say vaping's easier because it tastes better. It's like less strong. Cigarettes are like, it's hot, it's ashy, and it smells. I like the smell, which is really bad. I just like the smell of tobacco, but it's not the nicest to try and inhale. So it's like, I don't know. I don't know how to. I don't advise either. I don't think one's better than the other, but one's definitely easier to get in on than the other. I think cigarettes are, especially in the UK, cigarettes are kind of a communal thing. It's like you go out for a fag with your friends, kind of thing. But it's like it's not good. It's easier to get without going to the shop. Vaping, if you can get up the courage to go to the cigarette desk, it's not great. I don't recommend it. Don't get into it. It's expensive and it's not fun. I didn't think my lungs were ever going to recover. Sure enough, I've not coughed really at all recently. I've been coughing a little bit, but I think that's because there's been a mold outbreak in my room. But well, vaping is officially banned in Vietnam this year. Yeah, it's going to be banned here as well. It's being banned in June. So it's not, and it's not vaping, it's disposable vapes, but they're looking to ban any kind of smoking outside of anything other than your home. So it's like, you know, one of those things. Sometimes parents, I think, know more than they let on. Yeah, I just think they didn't want to challenge me about it. I don't know. Because it's like one of those things where it's like, they knew I was going through something and I just didn't really want to talk about it. But I will talk about it. I will also say that I think Wednesday, 3 p.m. Discord, I will talk about the friend situation. This Wednesday, 3 p.m. I will talk about it. I'm letting you know now. I'll be back. I'm gonna just go on break for a second. Okay, bye-bye. Alright, I'm back. Where'd it go, me? Wednesday, but you stream Thursday. Yeah, I stream. I'm not streaming on the same day I'm talking about this. because I just don't think it would be a good idea. I should be alright at 3 p.m. I will obviously talk on Discord if I'm not, but there are some things that I've kind of got to go into at the time. Things have happened recently, not really big things, but I've noticed things have happened, which I'm not too impressed about, and it's really becoming like a fight between, do I want to keep quiet about this? Because I've been putting it off because I actually kind of don't want to talk about it. And I know that you guys have said, like, if I don't want to talk about it, I shouldn't. But at the same time, I need to protect myself by talking about it. And also because you guys are owed an explanation. I know you guys don't think you are, but I think you are. And I think that it's important that kind of let on what's been going on. The other issue with it is I want this to be the one place they can't touch me. You know, if this kind of conversation means I can move on with my life, great. But realistically, it's like, it's gonna drive me up the wall if this follows me around after this. I'm getting a bit sick of it. Because it's not even, it's becoming an intimidation game. It was bad enough that I was being excluded from things. I'm now finding that things have started cropping up that very much feel like an attempt to intimidate me, which is a bit like, So I think I need to talk about this and address the fact that, hey bitch, if you're watching this, just so you know, I know what you're up to. And I'm just gonna say, as someone who's been there before, it's not healthy to try and mimic someone. You are fine the way you are. You don't need to try and mimic me. Please stop. It's uncomfortable to watch. It's also unnecessary for me to watch. But for some reason, I'm having to see it. So just be honest with yourself. If this person is making you do this and trying to pressure you into being like me for whatever reason, just so you know, I've been there before. It's not great. It does a lot for your self-discovery, but ultimately you waste several years of your life doing this. So get out of it while you still can. That's all I'll say on the matter. But yeah. But I normally work on Wednesdays, but this week I'm off. Let's go. Whew, I can be there. Yay. Cool. I will be good to see you. Girl, if anyone comes at you here, then we all have your back. Thank you very much. Yeah. This is the thing that worries me, though, is that I don't want to say stuff, and this is why I won't stream what I've got to say. If I stream it, I'm potentially talking about a situation and basically outing someone who can't necessarily defend themselves, which is why it's important for me that if I'm going to talk about this, it's going to be for my community only. However, I will be recording it, so the conversation is basically going to be, I think, just it. I want it to be the only time I talk about it. Obviously, I think I will hint to it after this, especially if there are updates with the situation, which I don't think there should be. Hello, Nat. Nat redeemed drink. Lovely. Thank you, Nat. I will drink to that. The thing with it is I'm starting to notice things that I think are intentionally trying to intimidate me. I think a lot of that's my own paranoia, but it's weird. It's weird to watch. And I can't talk about it. You know what? Fuck it, I'll talk about it. This person is basically, like, trying to intimidate me. There are reasons to it, and if you come on Wednesday, I will kind of explain it in better detail. But basically, like, I've noticed this person, like, has been doing things to themselves to make themselves look like me, which is making me extremely uncomfortable. There's been username changes as well, which kind of link back to previous usernames I used to go under, which is also really uncomfortable to watch. It's just starting to, this is recent as well, this is like recent stuff. Like, I think if it was just the piercing thing, I don't think I would have thought anything of it, because everyone gets like piercings. Like, I don't think that's anything obscure. It's weird that it was that, and then it was the username change. It was very sudden, and I was like, I'm a little bit uncomfortable by this. Mostly because I'm like, how did you find out about that username? Because this is like a really old username. This was my old public username. It was the username I used to use, I think I'm okay to talk about this because it's not active anymore, you can't find it, but I used to have a username that was active on a, it was on a, and I'm going to talk about sexual stuff right now. It was on a Kitten Play Instagram page I used to run. I used to be very much in the Kitten Play scene. You don't know what that is, don't worry about it, but like, it's like a fetish. I was in that kind of grouping. It was going to be a transition into potentially doing like more OnlyFans stuff. Unfortunately, I just ended up not having the confidence with it. It was my dipping toes in and I didn't like it. Anyway, so it was mainly used for that, but it became my social handle on pretty much everything, including my game stuff. This person wasn't around at this time during this kind of thing. And I just noticed recently that their username has kind of come a bit like, it's not exactly the same, but it's pretty on the nose, and I'm like, I'm like, yeah, there's like a lot of usernames you could have done with that, and there's also other things as to like bios being like very obvious and stuff, and I'm like, I'm gonna talk about it in more detail on Wednesday, but it's like, there's like a level to this that is making me a little bit queasy, partially because I feel like I'm seeing this happen, not directly, I'm not going out for it though, if that makes sense, but at the same time I'm like, oh man. I also, the other thing is I need to keep tabs on it because I also need to make sure this person isn't infiltrating my community in the nicest way possible. Every time there's a new person following me, I do get a bit scared because I'm scared that this person's like gonna start doing this stuff. I know it's an intimidation thing, and I will talk about it more because I would like to say it, and this is why I don't want people to go after this person, is that this is very much a mental health thing. This person is doing this because they're upset about something happening. It's nothing I've done personally, but it's something that has revolved around me, which I didn't intend. I didn't ask for either, so I'll just put it that. Hello, CB Sensei, good to see you. And I will see you later. You're lurking now. But yeah, I remember you can also let me know in private, and we can handle things as they come. Thank you, Mina. Yeah, I will probably talk to you more about this privately, because it would be good to hear your side of it. You need to stand with your wait. Wait a minute. You need to stand with your legs wide and arms in the air and start making intimidating animal noises. I mean, yeah, obviously. What a creep. Oh my god, I was into that too. Let's go! I mean, what? Dude, I'm still so into it. I'm just not so public about it. I don't think it's a bad thing to talk about. It's not really anything to do with my branding these days. I'm just in the scene. I'm still very much in the scene. I'm just not as public with it as I used to be. I was very public with it back in the day. Which correlates to why I think this person has started doing stuff to not intimidate, what's it called? Imitate me. I don't think she's doing it intentionally. I would like to say I don't think this is an intimidation tactic. Much as like I wish I could be like, yeah, I think this is trying to make me feel like replaced. I don't think it's intentional. I think that this is like she will become aware of it. But I was saying this because I was in her position before, where I was compared to someone, and so I idolized that person in a very unhealthy way and tried to make myself exactly like them, which made them uncomfortable. I'm really good friends with the person now. They're very aware of what happened. It's just we were both very set against each other by one person who's doing this again, but with this other person and me. And it's just uncomfortable because I'm like watching it happen from the other side, and I just feel pity because I'm like, man, I remember being like this, and it's not healthy. But she's also not doing it. It's a lot. I can talk more about it, but yeah. I'm not gonna go into more detail about it. Really? Why were you born a Wappletinger and not a cat girl? I mean, the cat girl thing was never really a VTuber idea. The werewolf thing was gonna be a VTuber thing. I did think about becoming a Neko. It's just there were so many Nekos on the market that I just didn't really. It was just not very original. It also wasn't gonna be massively consistent for me. I'm very much more of a rabbit person. There's more kind of with the branding of my account that's more kind of leaning towards woodland animal than cat. So that's kind of why that came around. Rabbits are my favorite animal. Like, that's why that's a thing. Obviously, I know with pet play, which is what kitten play comes under. With pet play, obviously you can get bunnies, but it just wasn't really. I don't lean towards that side of it. I think that's all I want to talk about with this one. I have a backlog of house chores I want to complete today. I've got plenty to keep me busy. Ah. Are you saying I'm not attractive enough? What? I never said that. You're also a succubus. No, I'm not saying that at all. I'm just saying, like, it didn't fit with my branding, and also just, like, I didn't think that it was gonna stand. I don't think there's anything wrong with it. I don't think that's not what I'm trying to say. I'm just saying that it didn't feel very, it didn't feel... If I was going to go with a cat girl, I kind of had to fit into aesthetic I really don't fit into, if that makes sense. Mina very much does fit into that aesthetic. I don't. Or at least not on the internet. Maybe in person, but like... You're fine, thank you. You gotta make lunch now, or I may die. Be right back. Okay, see you soon, Mimi. You should just do the weirdest shit to get them to copy you. I don't think it's that in detail. I think it's just an unintentional result. And realistically, by saying this, I'll probably get something that's like, I'm not. I don't think this person will reach out to me, but I'm just saying, like, if I hear anything that's kind of like, what's this about this person copying you? I'll be like, okay, so someone's keeping tabs on me. It's more just to see that. I'm just like, I think that there's been kind of a how long until she notices. And don't worry, I noticed. I just haven't said anything. Because I'm not giving in to what you want. Because I don't need to. I'm my own person. I don't know, there's a lot of details I'm trying to miss out because I don't want to talk about this really. Why is he T-posing? What's going on there? Oh, I think I should see if the traveling car's got anything as well. Nah. But Mina, let's be honest, if we were two cat girls, it would compete with each other. I don't want to do that. I want it to be something that would be kind of like, it would look good next to someone. I don't know. I don't know how to describe it. I don't really want to describe it. I'm sorry. Shit. Or... please? Fuck off! Fuck off! Fuck off! Why the fuck is there never anything I need? Don't wave at me. God fucking damn it. We could have looked so good next to each other. Dude, we look fine next to each other. What the heck do you mean? I just didn't want to have competing aesthetics, I think is what I'm trying to say. I didn't want to, like... you know. Also, the other thing I think most VTubers know about this is like when you're a VTuber, I think there's always this kind of conversation of is this person trying to copy someone else? Like you see it all the time with like other bigger VTubers, is that kind of people come out with similar designs, definitely inspired, but like try and be individual at it. I just didn't want to fall into that category. I'm not trying to look like anyone else, and I think that much is obvious. I don't think Mina is either, but I just didn't want to kind of, I don't know. Also, a green cat would have been weird. I don't know. I got lots of reasons. I just like, where do I get all this stuff? We're so close to being done with the community center. Because I got this room, and that's it. Literally, like, none of the other rooms need doing. Oh! Oh, wait, this one needs doing. What the heck? Oh, yeah, I need to get the duck egg. Oh, I got something to talk about. Piercings. I haven't got any more, but, I changed out my, I did my reset, I think. Oh my god. I did my reset yesterday, which basically means when I shower, change out my jewelry. And usually that means I do like a monthly change, so I go to the next aesthetic for the month, which I didn't do. I've still got the same stuff in. But what I did do is I stretched my earlobes, so I'm now at a 2mm in my left ear, and then I'm at a 1.6mm in my right ear. Oh my god. Oh my god. One of my trees fell down, dude. I heard that shit. Where'd it go? I heard that. Wait, you only shower once a month based? No, I shower more than what? Fuck! Oh, I shower regularly. I'm just... Oh, we're not starting that again. I shower regularly. It's... Yeah, one of my trees just fell down. Whoops. I shower regularly, dude. It's just like, it's more just I like change my jewelry out like on a certain day. And in order to, if you didn't know, when you stretch your ears, you're supposed to do it after a shower. So that's what I was doing. Another thing that I did because of that. What was that? What did I just hear? I'm scared. Am I gonna get struck by lightning? Can't remember what I was gonna say. What is here? Somebody's making weird noises next to me. I can't remember what I was saying. Oh yeah, so I changed out my jewelry. I changed out my left conch punch as well, which is a little bit earlier than I would have liked to. Obviously, it's recommended you wait 6 weeks, but if you can hold off a bit longer. The reason I had to change it out is because I was starting to get an irritation bump, which most people would be like, why'd you change it out then? The problem with irritation bumps is they're a lot. Like, it's swollen, it hurts, and I know that the reason it was doing that is the jewelry was fine, the jewelry's titanium, but I knew that part of the reason it was doing that was because there was a lot of trapped liquid and hair underneath it, and I needed to change it out so I could get under and clean a lot better. Also because trying to do the like hot compress method when the like piercing is covered is really hard. So I just knew I had to change it out. So I've changed it out. It's looking not really visibly better, but I can see there's a little less swelling with it, which is nice. And it's a little less painful, which is always a bonus. It's not great. It's not like the most ideal thing. Another thing was when I took it out, a hair had come through. This is probably TMI, but a hair had come through the hole and I couldn't get it out. Like, it was attached to something. It was painful to pull on the, like, hole. And I was like, oh my god, is this actually growing out the ear? It's not. It's growing out the back of my head, but I couldn't find where it was coming from, so I couldn't get it out. And pulling on it to try and break it out was painful. It was not great. I got it out eventually, but, like, geez. I'm not really sure what to do about the piercing, though. It's, like, starting to do me in a bit. But, yeah. I think part of it is I'm wearing headphones and I was sleeping on that side, but also because I think the other one had a piercing bump, just not as bad as this one. It's just, you know, I don't really know what to do for it. It's not great. Sorry, anyway. God damn it. We could have looked so good next to each other. We do look good next to each other. Could have done the whole sibling thing or something fun. Ayo. Think I care? No. I'm a cute goth cat boy. So cute. Sometimes I think what my parents would think of what I type. I imagine their faces. God damn it. You shower more than you fuck? Ayo, TMI. Do I? I mean, probably. My girlfriend, Melon, showers twice a day. I can't do that. I've got too dry skin. Do you in a bit? But fucking hell. But shower more than you fuck. Now you do. Fuck. No, listen, right. I shower twice a week. I know that a lot of people have opinions on that. Listen, it's a choice. I live in Cornwall in the UK. Our water bills are very expensive. So like not showering unnecessarily is better. Another thing is that I have quite genie shoes, excuse me. I have quite bad dry fuck! Oh my god, what the fuck is that? I haven't seen one of those in ages. What was I saying? I don't remember. Dry fuck. No, I'm dry as anything. Like, my skin is very, very dry. It's why I'm moisturizing so much at the minute. Got something to say, motherfricker? My skin is so dry. It's so painful as well. Painful right now, it's all cracked up because I just washed my hands. It hurts. Nice, okay. Yeah, I know I don't shower as much as most people, sorry. Will I shower more? No. Will I continue to be very insecure about how little I shower? Yes. Where's that coming from? I didn't put that there. I know UK showers are shite, and I know because my shower at my ex's place was just a shite. Yeah, it's like the water pressure here is not great. I also get very overstimulated by a shower. It's just too much for me. I don't like feeling wet. That's what she said. Please don't take that out of context. I don't like it. I don't like feeling damp, which is, like, great when you live in the UK. When you live in the UK and, like, every day is shower day because of how fucking wet it is here. Jesus Christ. Another thing is I've got dyed hair and long dyed hair. So it's like, the more I shower, the drier that shit gets. Shit. Is he moving away from me? Whoa! I got an emerald! Let's go. I know another thing I don't understand is how do people like shower without washing their hair? Because you hear people like you hear women do that. They're like, "Oh, it's not hair wash day." I'm like, so how do you shower? I imagine shower caps, but like, geez, it's just a hassle. I also hate the feeling of a shower cap on. I literally have to put them on for bleaching my hair, and I hate it. I hate it so much. Clipped. God damn it. For sure. Just for don't like being wet, that's gonna be painful. God damn it. There's something I could say about that, but I have to like... I have to be careful because it's like one of those things that you're like, that's not something I really want on the internet. God, these ones really hurt. Also, I have not thought any more about piercings, mostly because this one's taking so long to heal. I'm just a bit like, I know I only got it like a month ago, but, you know, it's not the point. I'm just like, what would I get next? I also forgot, right? I was supposed to put out a community thing about the, do I create like a film channel on the Discord so people can talk about the films they enjoy watching? So bear with me on that. I will eventually get around to sorting that out. Oh my god, the music just got so intense. I don't know if you guys can even hear it, it's not that loud. Good lord. Oh my god, Mina! I shower 2 times a day, but I wash my hair 2 times a week. Yeah, like, I never understood that. I shower twice a week. I shower on a Sunday, and I shower usually either on a Wednesday or a Thursday, depending. And, no, not a Wednesday, a Thursday or a Friday, depending. No, sometimes a Wednesday. It's one of those days. Anyway, point being is like... Whoa. Okay. Jeez. Anyway, I can't remember what my point was being. I literally have forgotten everything I just said. Never mind. Oh. Oh my god, there's a thing there! Yeah, there we go. Excuse me. Excuse me. Why is he not wanting to chat, huh? Yeah, now I've upset him. What the? Is that a bomb? Jesus Christ. Still got no room. Oh my god, I gotta get out of here as well, right. Down the mine. Oh my god, there's so much stuff here. What? Why? Why is this a thing? What do I trade? What do I trade, dude? A diamond. God fucking damn it. Got no room. Got no room. Oh, I literally have a secret note in here. Why am I not reading it? It's a page from M. Jasper's book. M? Creatures known as by some as forest spirits or Junimos are said to appear in abandoned buildings after they've gone to seed. Do you think that's actually like M. Jasper, like as in me? Or do they like? Is this a character? Said to appear in abandoned buildings after they've gone to seed. As a general rule, when humans leave and nature begins to reclaim their territory, the Junimos will undoubtedly appear. Folk wisdom holds that Junimos display some kind of resonant affinity with gemstones that are placed inside their little huts. Also, it is said that raisins are their favorite food, but they are too shy to take them directly from hand. Of course, all these claims come from dubious and verified sources. As far as I know, even the mere existence of these creatures hasn't have been proven. Okay, maybe it isn't by me. Why is there so many of them? Oh! I'm gonna die down here, dudes. Find the exit. What is that? Where's the ladder? Where's the ladder? God damn it. I'm so close to the exit. Why have I not got one? Ah! Let's go! Jesus. I'm out of here, dude. I'm dead. Literally dead. Fuck. Sorry, I love listening to your streams. Why? Just for anything you say about it can only and will only make it worse. God damn it. Listen, I don't think there is any need to say anything worse. I think it's a personal choice. It's not like, I'm not trying to be gross about it. I don't produce much body oil anyway, hence why I'm so dry. I don't sweat very much. Like, my hair doesn't, like, my hair takes quite a while to get greasy anyway. So, it's that level of it. But also, I've been told I smell fine. I don't know. I don't know. I get a lot of people, like, some people are like, oh, yeah, that's cool. And then some people are like, what the fuck? That's so gross. And I'm like, I think it's... I don't know. I'm like, surely I'm not, like, on the lower end. Like, I must not be, like, that bad. I don't know. I hope that someone knows someone worse than me. It is just a money thing for the most part, though. Like, it's partially just because stimulation is not great, and also because I don't produce much oil anyway. But then the other side of it is that my mother used to really rinse me, like, no pun intended, like, she used to rinse me about how long I took in the shower. I take, like, anywhere between 20 to 40 minutes in the shower, which I know is not nearly as long as most people. That's enough for me to have a full, like, you know, shampoo, condition, brush the conditioner through, shave, and then, you know, absolutely scrub the, like, first layer of skin off with a fucking old-fashioned scrubbing brush that I prefer over loofahs because I hate loofahs, and, you know, other things. And by that I mean, like, scraping, you know, like, what do you call it? Where you, like, take the dead skin off your feet, doing that stuff. That's enough time to do that, right? 20 minutes tends to be what I spend on a weekday shower, and then, like, 40 minutes tends to be the full-blown, like, full everything shower, which I have on Sundays, which I had yesterday. And it leaves enough room for that. It's partially also, like, I don't mind showering. I hate drying my hair. I hate drying my hair. Drying my hair takes so long. I cannot be fucked with it. I don't like wet hair, though. Like, I hate having wet hair on my legs. Like, I just don't like it. Sometimes I don't, in the summer, I don't mind sleeping with wet hair, but obviously if you know anything about having long wet hair, it's not great to, like, leave it wet and let it air dry. People do. It makes it greasier if you do that. Another thing is, it, like, you can get, like, scalp yeast infections from it, I think is what they say. There's a lot of reasons why you should just dry your hair with a hairdryer. You know, we don't live in kind of the Stone Ages. It's not like it's the, like, people are like, but it's damaging for your hair. Just use a low heat setting. It's not, you know, it's not. You're gonna have to shower more if you don't dry your hair with a hairdryer. I'm just saying, wet hair. Ugh. Yeah, like, I dry my hair. My mother got me a hairdryer for Christmas of my own, which was cool. It's blue. Not really sure where this blue thing's coming from. By the way, my entire family, right? They've started doing a thing where when they want, like, when they get me anything, like, for my new home, for, like, just my bedroom, they always get me blue stuff. I'm like, when have I ever expressed the blue as a color that... I like blue. It's a dark blue, usually. But it's like, when have I ever expressed that I'm a blue person? I'm very much a green person. Like, everything I do and love is green. And it just baffles me. Like, I think it comes from the fact that my old bedroom, so the bedroom I was in before this one, was navy. Like, the walls were navy, which was a choice. And the room I moved into has blue wallpaper, which I didn't pick. The blue in my old room was because my mother wouldn't let me paint it black, so blue was the next best option. But, like, this room I've got no control over, which means that all my family buy me blue stuff. And I'm like, I'm not a blue person. Even my mother does it. I'm like, I'm really upset because I found I don't want to complain about this too much because obviously I do appreciate her, but, like, I found a beautiful, like, forest green hairdryer the other day in Asda, and I'm devastated. There's no point me buying it now. And it's just stuff like that. I'm like, can I, like, pick my own shit? I don't know. It's always awkward because it's like, I don't know. I don't want to be like, it's the unwanted gift thing, but it's like, why am I labeled as a blue person? I don't get it. I'm not blue. Nothing about me is blue. Not only that, but waking up with hair all tangled up because you went to sleep with it wet. Yeah, I also have naturally really, really curly hair. So for me, it's like going to sleep with wet hair is like a recipe for disaster. Right, get rid of that one. Oh. I have it on my feet. Isn't that... Realistically, is that one better? I like it more. I'm not putting these stupid genie shoes on. The music's so loud. Why is it so loud? Oh, fuck off. Right. Jasper, you're lucky I found you last night. You were unconscious and someone was searching your pockets. I have no idea how much money they took. They ran away before I approached. Be more careful. Thanks, Linus. Why? Why is this here? I also forgot what I was saying. Anyway. Listen, everyone has opinions about their showers. It's a lot. But it takes a lot to shower, I think, some people. I don't know how to describe it. I don't feel the need to, and it takes a lot of spoons to do it, which is why oftentimes I do put it off. Typically, like, I either do it on a Sunday, sometimes I'll do it on a Monday if I've been really, like, down the day before. But in terms of, like, in the middle of the week shower, I just don't. I just do it on whatever day I feel like it. Whatever day I can muster up the energy to do it. Why is all this, like, oh... Oh, fuck off. Right. Okay. I need another one of those. That's a thing, isn't it? I need to sort my shit out. Sorry. Not reading chat. I'm back. What did I miss? Which way do you face in the shower? What? Both. What? I have one of those, like, showers that's attached at the wall, not, like, directly down. If that makes sense. Like, it's one of those ones that just sticks out at you face front. Because, like, I'm not fancy. But also, like, what do you mean? Which way do you face? Like, I face the... usually, like, I come in and I face straight on because that's the bit that's got the most blood circulation, so that's the bit that's going to adjust quicker to the temperature. If I'm, like, washing my hair, like, when I'm at the hair washing stage, I turn my hair back towards the shower, I guess. I'm so confused. So for the most part, I always face away from the shower. I only turn if I need to wash my front face. It's a temperature thing for me. Like, because I don't adjust to temperature well. Like, and if I'm not careful, like, the slightest change in temperature, whether it's, like, increasing temperature too suddenly, I tend to drop temperature very suddenly if it gets like a bit warmer. So for example, whenever I'm getting into bed in the evenings, my body temperature just drops like immediately, and like my feet get cold, my hands get cold. It's probably a circulation thing more than anything, but man, it's annoying. So for me to adjust to the temperature better, I usually just stand, like, you know that, like, when you're, when someone's in a coffin, when someone's in a coffin, they put their hands kind of on their chest and like that, like, the hands on the chest in like the cross, like, kind of position with their elbows out. I do that in the shower, and that just like warms me up quicker. As summer draws to a close and the colder season begins, my workload tends to increase. Sorry in advance if I'm a little moody. Oh, poor baby. Let's... I can't remember how to make these. Right, crafting. What is that? A slime egg press. Right, iridium sprinkler. I don't think I need that quite level. 24 adjacent tiles. I suppose it would make more sense. I just don't think I need that many. It seems like a waste of resources more than anything. Right. One iron bar, one gold bar. What? I can... What? I can make a gold bar from iron bars? Since when? Since when? Since fucking when? Bruh, what the fuck? Okay, cool. Nice. Fuck. Lol, okay. What the hecky? Woo! I guess. I don't know. I don't know what to say to that. Jeez. What's got the seeds in it? Right. Cool, I guess. Let's not do that at the minute. Let's just sort this out. Oh, I also want to get some seeds. Just while I'm here. Just get some wheat ones. I don't think I can grow anything else in that time. Fuck, I don't think I've got enough time. I don't know. Do I have a calendar on here? No, I don't. Well, okay then. I guess there's no real point me worrying about it for a minute then. What tune is this? I'm just singing what's on in the background. Bruh. So cute. So cute. So cute, so cute, so are they only giving me gold? What the heck? No. No. No, fuck off. Ah! Wah! Guys, it's the community center one. Oh my god, we did it. Guys, look. Fuck. There's too many buttons. No. God, I'm so excited. Look. We did it. We got one. Okay, cool. Nice. I'm so happy. Let's go. I just, wow. I am way too enthused about that. I'm so sorry. My fucking, oh, I forgot what I was saying earlier. Sorry for that crack, by the way. That was my wrist. The weekend, right? I watched a film, and it was called... I watched several films. I watched The Help. I watched The Village, which was like, honestly, guys, The Village was really good. It is counted as a horror, but it's not really horrible, if that makes sense. Like, it's not gore or anything, I don't think. It's a bit depressing, but it's not like that bad. I think it's one of those like more psychological horrors. Well, it's M. Night Shyamalan, isn't it? So it would be, but yeah. Fuck! Ow! I caught my... shit. Caught my fucking knuckle where the skin's coming off because I caught it. Ow. I can't watch horror, I get too scared. Yeah, me too, but like, if you're like wanting to dabble into like unsettling, The Village is really good. It's not like scary. It's like more just like you're like, oh, like I wouldn't even call it scary. I think it's like you're more just watching people be scared on screen. It's not like really scary. I don't know. Like maybe I don't think you'd be scared of it as someone who gets what you're going through completely, 110%. It's probably not the worst film to watch. If you can watch, like, if you've seen the film Split, that's more scary than this film. If you've seen E.T., this is definitely more scary than that film. No, yeah. It's, yeah, E.T.'s horrible. Anyway, no, they affect me after the movie. I get paranoid. Me too. But this is fine. It's not that bad. But it's up to you. Like, obviously, I'm not peer pressuring. But if you were curious. Stop punching shit. I will not. I literally just, like, scraped my hand across the bottom of the desk. If anyone's wondering, by the way, why my cut is literally exposed and I don't have a plaster on it, mind your damn business. No, it's because it's on my knuckle, and, like, you know what annoys me the most? I cut, like, my hands get beaten the shit out of, right? I work with, like, loads of things that give, like, minor cuts and scrapes, right? I have a rabbit. I also have a household full of really sharp objects. You know, I cut my hands often. How the fuck are we living in, like, 25, and we still don't have a plaster that's actually waterproof? Like, anytime that I put a plaster on my skin, every single time I go to the bathroom, I have to replace it. What's the point? You know? Like, it's not, like, secure. It's so annoying. So yeah. Actually, to be fair, I had a plaster on yesterday and I washed my hands a couple times and it didn't come off. So that was cool. Like, that was cool. It only came off when I had a shower, which is why I haven't replaced it. It was the Elastoplast. It's also on my knuckles, so it's not really a great place to have the plaster. It's the Elastoplast Marvel ones because I'm an adult. I got the like kiddie plasters, and they do stay on a lot better. I'm not gonna lie. My hands are in a constant state of looking like it's been in a blender from Hinoa. Yeah, like it's, you know, my ears really hurt. I just constantly, like my hands look the worst. There's so many scars on my hand. I've got ones from like bites from Derek from when he was still around. Like ones from like punching like metal objects at work accidentally. That story has a funny context. I went to punch my coworker, jokingly, but like intentionally missing, if that makes sense. We're friends, by the way. He doesn't work there anymore, but we were friends. We still talk now. Anyway, I went to swing at him. I missed, obviously, as I intended, and I punched straight into like a metal piece of equipment next to me, which had a sharp bit on it. I almost fainted from how much pain I was in. I genuinely thought I broke my knuckle. No, I didn't seek first aid because at that time, the first aider, keep in mind, was the same person that told me when I got concussion that the person should have hit me harder. So I didn't get first aid for that. Would have been funny if I broke something. Why? I don't know. It just does. It just do. It's not intentional. I just dumb. Okay? I'm not intentionally stupid. I just am. God damn it. Mind your damn business. Good fucking lord. Right. What am I up to? Okay. 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 Right. I'll be. Move. Alright. Sorry. Have you ever thought about being good and not injuring yourself? No. You need to be wrapped in plastic bubbles constantly? No. 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 Absolutely not. I'm fine. My mother doesn't call me a little liability for nothing. I'm shaking my head. Dude, don't even worry about it. I live life dangerously. Live life on the edge. Yay. Don't drive, Jasper. I drive a motorbike. Does that count? One of these days, someone's gonna come on here and be like, Jasper's dead or in, like, hospital, so she won't be streaming. Because I do so much shit. It was so funny, when I was a kid, right? When we were kids, my sibling was the accident-prone one. I was the good one that didn't climb trees and stuff. I didn't do anything. I didn't, like, get myself hurt. And now I'm an adult. I live life on the edge. It's great. I'm fucking having a whale of a fucking time. I have no food. This might be interesting. Oh yeah, this might be seriously interesting. Ready for me to die? Whoa! Okay, maybe not. Oh! Let's go. Okay, mushroom is fine to eat. Cool. Fuck up! Oh! Leave me alone! It's almost like trying to decide if it should come back. Ooh! I think I've got that one, don't I? Why are these so much harder to kill than literally everything else in this fucking place? Hello. Welcome, Maddest. What a bold title, Waffle. I hate fruit. Yeah, because all I need to complete this fucking community center is fruit that, like, comes off a tree. And it is literally the bane of my existence. It's not coming. It's not happening. I'm not coming. I'm sulking. I'm sad. Anger. Literally the only thing holding me back from this fucking community center is the audacity of the fact that I need fruit. What the fuck is a strange bun? That's me. I'm a strange bun. I'm a bun. I'm a bunny. I'm a strange bun. Let's go. What's inside? I don't know, my fucking hopes and dreams. Crack me open, what do you find? Nothing. There's nothing in there. What is that? That's the funniest noise. Ooh. Ooh, ooh, ooh. I feel, I'm on one. Did I get a houseplant from that thing? What the fuck? What the hecky? That was quite a good drop. What the heck? The heck, dude? Sorry. Right. You always make me want to go and play Stardew. Do it. You're not what? Just, I don't know. I'm a strange bun and there's nothing inside me. Dang, you need some hugs? I need fucking therapy, man. I don't remember what I said. What do you mean clipped? Oh, fuck. I don't remember what I said, goddammit. Oh! 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 Listen, my dude. Don't even... Why are you healing yourself? Dude, fuck off. I can't defend myself right now. Here we go. Sorry. Ow. You'll remember later when you're looking at your poster of Hubert Cumberbatch, or whatever his name is in Doctor Who. Peter Capaldi. Hubert Cumberbatch. Oh no! My elf is not doing good, I'm doing bad. Oh shit! Jasper? Jasper, wake up! I found you unconscious in the mines. I almost mistook you for a piece of exotic wood. Be a little more careful next time, okay? Oh man. Ow, I seem to have lost 600 gold and 3 items from my backpack. No! Oh my god, okay, that's not too bad. Maybe I should get item recovery. Okay, I'll see if I can find your Omni. Oh, wait. I had to choose what? You had to... Okay. Great. Cool, man. Come back when you've got something to show me, kid. 600 gold is nothing compared to what you want. Yeah, sure, but like, look how much I've got. It's not. It's a lot. Right. The fact that you know his name so well. Who? Oh, Benedict. Fuck. Hubert Cumberbatch or whatever Mimi called him. Peter Capaldi. Yeah. I'm cool. I'm just glad I didn't lose any of my ores more than anything. Alright. So don't actually need that. I don't know. I think I'm alright. What was I putting in here? I was putting something in here. I can't remember what it was. Good freaking lord. Right, no. Does that noise grate anyone else? The noise of, like, the opening thing? How many... Wait. I don't know what I'm doing, dude. I'm so, like, confused. Put my strange bun in here. Nice. Tomorrow's the dance at the Moonlight Jellies, so realistically I'm probably gonna be alright for things to do. Oh, I did have an update about the house, by the way. Or more so the mortgage side of it. Halifax have said that they can't offer us an API, which is an advanced mortgage agreement, basically. They've said no, which is a bit worrying because obviously, like, they're considered the better loan. They're considered the best loaners for first-time buyers, which is really scary because it's like obviously they're going off my income and they can only go off my income. As many of you know, my roommate was going to have to go on the mortgage just to boost that number. And basically, like, there was a bit of a question about whether he'd be allowed to. Sadly, he is not allowed to, for personal reasons. So we're gonna have to talk to a mortgage broker. I was supposed to email someone this morning. I just decided not to because I was a bit worried that they were going to try and call me if I did that. So HSBC were who I used for my first time. They're very helpful, very cool. Yeah, like, I don't really... It's really nerve-wracking because obviously Halifax could only loan me 32,000, which for a home down here isn't even enough to buy a flat. So even with my deposit, it's not enough to buy a flat down here, which is insane. The cost of living down here is so bad. It's like, I hate to be that guy, but Cornwall's considered like quite high on the poverty list in the UK because most people who live here could barely afford to live here because it's considered a tourist attraction. So get a new headset for that money. Dude, what? 32,000. It's like, it's a lot of money. But it's like literally like that's not a property's amount, which baffles me that they're considered a good for the first time buyer. I'm like, they won't even lend enough. Like, I work 30 hours a week. I earn night shift bonus, and I can't afford to buy a house with them, which is insane to me. So it's making me really sweat, because I'm like, because they said I need to, they're like, well, you've got two choices. Either this person needs to go on the mortgage with you, or you need to increase your wage. And I'm like, oh yeah, because I can just increase my wage. What? I was like, yeah, because like it's just that easy. I've got no skills, no job worth skills. So like, sorry, but increasing my wage, especially down here, is just not doable. So there's that. I potentially can look at a guarantor. My dad said that he'll be a guarantor for me. The issue with him being a guarantor is that because he's older, they can only offer me a certain amount of years on a mortgage, which is definitely doable, but there is also a chance that if I buy with shared ownership, which is what I'm looking at, they won't accept it. So it's like a bit of a, like, it's a toss-up at the minute, which makes me really nervous. Because everyone in my local area, whenever I talk about looking for a mortgage broker, everyone I know recommends me this guy in my like local area, and except my mother's like, don't go to that absolute pillock in like the local area. So I'm like, oh, you know, I'm like, who do I go to? Everyone else who's got a home has literally said that like he's the best to go to in our area. But my mother, who went to him to get advice on buying her own place, literally was so unhelpful apparently. But you know, not really sure what's going on there. My mum earns so much more than me as well, which is really nerve-wracking. Yeah. 32k, oh, still nothing. Would changing jobs help? It's not really doable though. The problem with changing a job, right, it would mean, like, right now, I'm looked at as pretty secure. I've got a good deposit, I've got good, like, credit score. If I change job, I've, like, been in this job for 3 years. They do look at how long you've been in a job to kind of look at how stable you are. So I've been in this job for, like, 3 years now. If I go to a different job to earn more money, hypothetically, I won't even like the job. And also, what would it be doing it for? So it's like, it's a rough one. And also, it's not that easy. I earn quite a bit above minimum wage. Like, because I work nights, and my job is actually, like, kind of hard. So I earn over minimum wage, right? So, how do I put it? Like, changing jobs, I shouldn't have to change a job to get a mortgage. I should be able to afford it. I'm in a better position than most people my age would be, in that I have a hefty deposit. I don't have any outgoings currently. I will have a roommate. You know, I have a stable job that pays quite well. Yeah, it's 30 hours. In most places, that would be considered full-time. Here it's not. It's considered part-time. So it's a rough one. I shouldn't. This is where it annoys me, because I should be able to afford it. The problem is that my wage isn't massively set. I get a set wage, but payroll is really temperamental. Like, a bunch of people didn't get paid properly this month, and it's just bad. But yeah, sounds like my dad, he'd just take overtime where the company has none. They broke. Yeah, my company's the same. Head office said that they're not authorizing any overtime, so I have to say to them, they're like, do you get any overtime? It's like, no. It's like, technically speaking, any overtime, it's complicated, because like some people mean overtime by just like, can you stay behind on hours and earn a little more? It's like, yes, I can, but I will only earn an hourly wage, and not even an hourly night wage, because my wage changes. It goes from it goes from a certain amount. I won't discuss how much I earn, but mostly because I don't know. But it will go from one amount till like 6 a.m. and then it will go to a lesser amount after 6 a.m., which is bullshit, but it's the kind of job I'm in. So I'll earn the lesser part if I stay on. So it doesn't really work. I don't earn any bonuses. Christmas, I don't get any bonuses. Our bonuses is considered like a gift card that we get. But yeah. The guy I sent an email address of is really good, and he will only ring you if and when you want him to. Oh, thank you, Mimi. Need to become a famous VTuber. I did talk to them about that. I was like, they're like, do you have another job? And I was like, technically speaking, I live stream on Twitch. And they're like, do you earn money from it? I was like, yes, but not nearly enough to be considered income. And they're like, well, have you paid tax on it? And I was like, yeah, I pay tax on it. I will be paying tax on it this year. I haven't yet. But yeah, so they said once I pay tax on it, if I still haven't found somewhere, they can take that as income if they accept the tax on it, which I don't think they will. So I don't think it will contribute enough to it to matter. So I just hope the mortgage broker can help me out, because this is ridiculous. It's actually insane that that's how, like, even my mother looked at it and she's like, that's not a house. That's not a mortgage. Like, that amount is not suitable for a mortgage. I don't know. Tonight around 10 o'clock p.m., a rare and beautiful event will take place. The Moonlight Jellyfish. Oh, okay. Good for you. Oh, I made a pale ale. Wait, isn't that what... That's rude. Yeah, Pam wants a pale ale. Oh. We only get a gift card too. Yeah, it's a weird one. Like, I think they do it to avoid taxes, but it's so annoying. It's like, what am I supposed to, like, I got a £25 gift card for Amazon last year. Used that. That was great. This year I got like one of those 1-for-all cards. Fucking, I don't want to be ungrateful, but it's like, man, like, they're such a hassle to use. Pam's place opens. Another thing about those 1-for-all cards is they don't really contribute to very much. A lot of the time, they're for higher, they're for expensive brands, like not designer brands necessarily, but high street brands, which I don't shop in. So it's like literally of no use to me. I got 50 quid and you get a list of places you can redeem it. Hang on. But because it's kind of an obscure brand, Amazon isn't even on there. Yeah, we've got that too. Like, the one I've got recently is one of those weird obscure brand ones. I can, like... The good thing is I can use it in shops that I don't always shop in, but I do shop in, kind of thing. So, like, IKEA's on there, for example. I'm nowhere near an IKEA. Like, not even close to an IKEA. But when I move, I need bookshelves, so it'll probably go to that. I got an IKEA gift card for Christmas as well, and I'm just like, I don't live near an IKEA. Give me that. That's the stuff. It's real nice and hoppy, notes of citrus and pine, but with robust body to keep it grounded. Thanks, kid. This means a lot to me. I knew I could count on you. Dude, hasn't she got to drive a bus now? Oh, no. Jeez. Well, okay. Cool. Thanks, man. Go, glug, glug, motherfucker. We're going on a ride. Yeah, straight up. The hecky, dude. Also, if you don't use the one for all cards in a certain amount of time, they start taking interest off the amount you can use one for all in B&Q though, so I buy a plant or homeware. Dude, what the frick? Like, I've got another one. I've got 2 cards, right? One of them I've had for absolute, like, ages, right? Because I don't know where, like, I don't know where it's gone, actually. I had it, right? And I had it in my wallet the other day, and I noticed it's gone missing. I don't know where it's gone. I've not had a chance to use it. And then I got the one I got from work at Christmas, and I'm like, man, like, I didn't know they took interest off. That's so bullshit. Pretty sure I can use them in Primark, though. It's just, the problem is that with the one for all cards, you kind of need to know how much is on there all the time. Because they apparently don't tell the shop how much is on there. They just have to put it through and just type in the number and hope for the best, which just seems like a really bad way of doing it. Which is why I'm surprised that a lot of shops do carry it, because I'm like, man, they're not great. There's loads of normal places you can use them too. They last for years, but yeah, after a certain amount of month, they start taking, and no, they don't count gift cards on the shop systems. They count as a debit card where you need to know and key in the amount of the card for it to work. Oh my god, that's so dumb. It's just dumb. It's just dumb. Like, it's yeah, it's an annoying one because like I remember last time I had one, right? It took me about a year to use it. I ended up using it, right? Put it into the shop, no problem, right? And this was like close to, I think it was a birthday, and I was like, great, I've used it, I don't need to worry about it. Birthday comes along, what do I get? Another one. I'm like, I struggled to spend the first one, why would I want another one? Gift cards, I don't know. Gift cards, I don't know. Like, I know some people like exclusively buy their like family members gift cards. I hate doing that, mostly because I don't know what kind of gift cards they'd get value out of. And because, like, when people give me gift cards, I don't know what kind of... I don't even know what I'd get value out of. The best ones I've found that I've been given over the years was, like, usually Primark ones. Those ones I do get use out of. But, like, any of the others, I'm like, what am I supposed to use this on? None of my... You want to know what's funny, though? My family get them from, like, shops that I know carry Steam cards. And I'm like, I'm literally on Steam all the time. Like, 20 quid. If you're gonna spend 20 quid on a gift card, get it for something that I will actually make use out of. Like, in the nicest way possible. It's like, there are so many people in my family that know like that I game on a computer, which means I will have a Steam account, which means that a Steam gift card is probably going to be more use to me than a one for all card that is for like 90% is for shops that are like nowhere near my area. So I don't know. It's just a tough one. I don't want to be ungrateful, but it's like, dude, like, there's two options there, and you went for the one that's less useful. It's always an awkward one because you're gonna have to sit there and go, thanks. I don't want to be a bitch about it. I know I'm sounding like a complete brat, but it's like, dude, like literally, like getting me like food would be better. There's no physical Steam cards anymore. Yeah, there is. There is technically. Yeah, there is. My local Tesco has them. And my local Argos has them. I think a couple other places, but I don't really pay attention to the gift card section. The only reason I know they're in Tesco is because I have to pass it whenever I'm going to buy Coke. But yeah, they have physical gift cards still, which is really funny. I always find it funny that EA says about the physical gift cards, but I literally never received an EA gift card. I've received gifts on EA. I've just never received a gift card. But it doesn't matter because very kindly, the lovely Klutzy Mina gifted me some stuff for Christmas on Steam, which was very nice of you, Mina. Thank you. Made me feel really bad that all I sent you was some artwork. I was really hopeful that arrived. By the way, for anyone wondering, at Christmas I sent both Mimi and Mina their respective artwork that I'd made that year, and a Christmas card. Because I know that some people were curious when they got sent in the post. But I haven't been able to talk about it because Mina hadn't got hers until a few weeks ago. So, yeah. Yes. Wow, nowhere here has them at all. If you've got a Tesco near you, they should. If it's an Argos, if it's an Asda near you, they probably won't. But like, if it's anywhere that's got like a wall rack of gift cards, they'll be on there. I should send you a photo, Mimi. I definitely have one at my area. I definitely didn't have any ulterior motives for a couple. What games? What, so that we play them together? I'm so excited. Yeah, we'll play them sometime. I really want to give that tavern one a go. Because another thing is we're getting close to being done with this game. I know I say that every fucking week, and we still have not got anywhere closer to the end, but I'm hopeful. We will get the rest of the shit that needs to go in here. Yeah, you can get physical gift cards for Steam, and you can get them for Nintendo in my local Tesco. In fact. Which is super cool. No one ever does, though. Which makes me sad, because I know damn well that they'll stop selling them eventually. I'm just like, dude, like, literally my parents know I use Steam, and they never even think to tell anyone. I just loved the Christmas this year. I asked for 2 things for Christmas this year. My family really struggles to buy me anything, and my entire family nags, right? They nag me to tell them what I would like for Christmas. I asked for 2 things. 2 things. It was anything Wolverine related, which, by the way, Deadpool and Wolverine came out a month before Christmas, so there was quite a bit in stores. And 2, the Cowboy Bebop record. Paul was the only person that got me any Wolverine stuff. And yes, it was a pair of socks, and it was my favourite gift from anyone in person for Christmas this year. Which is really sad. And I said to my mum on the Christmas Day about it. I was like, oh yeah, Paul got me a pair of Wolverine socks and I love them and I'm gonna wear them today. And I was like, you know, he remembered that I said about it, and she's like, remembered what? And I was like, I sent you a message about it. She's like, oh, I completely forgot, so I didn't get what I asked for. I was like, great. Sibling got everything they asked for, though. Don't want to be ungrateful. I sound like a brat. I'm very sorry. I do sound very ungrateful. I am very grateful for what I got. I got some puzzles and stuff, and I'm really happy with those. So that was cool. Bit depressing to think about the fact that Paul was the only person that got me anything that actually like would make me happy. I don't know. Is that a bad thing to say? Probably. Obviously, Mina got me something as well, which I'm gonna get lots of use out of. Which thank you, Mina. But like, my family just like, it's all the girly stuff as usual. It's like lipstick, cheap lipstick, and like makeup remover wipes, and like. Not much else, and I'm like, okay. I sound so ungrateful, and I feel so bad, and I'm so sorry. It's like, my special interests are very obvious, and I don't keep them quiet. And yet, like, the thing that people get me, my family get me, is stuff that I won't use. It's just, like, so awkward, because you have to be so grateful, and you have to wait to get rid of it. To be fair, I didn't get anything too bad. Like, to be fair as well, my sibling got me like some gothic stuff that's gonna be so cool in my home. They got me a Funko Pop though, which I'm not too thrilled about. But they were like, "Oh yeah, it was the only one left in the shop, and I knew that silver was your favorite." So I was like, "I'll let them off." But I don't like Funko Pops. I think they're a waste of money. But like, it was really sweet that they thought like, oh, I knew that they were your favorite, and I wanted to get you like one because it was the only one in the shop, and I thought that was really sweet, so I was really appreciative of that. But they got me some really sick stuff. They got me a coaster, which was like gothic. I can't remember what it said, but it said something on it that was cool, and it had a bat on it, and it was cool, and I was like, I'll get use out of that. And then they also got me one of those like decorative potion bottles, super cool. I was like, super nice of them. But like, literally my mother got me 2 puzzles, a hairdryer that I didn't like even care, like I don't need a hairdryer, I wanted to pick my own, and a plant pot, a blue plant pot, and a pair of candles. It's just like the weirdest shit. It's like I literally just don't want to be ungrateful. Of course, I did say I'd get you something. You didn't need to, though. But thank you. Best games are the ones you can play with friends. Abso-fucking-lutely. I'm so hopeful that we will get to do Play Up eventually. Or Human Fall Flat. I'm so excited. We need to network. Okay, so my parents always ask for an Xmas list. Always. And they never get anything on it. And they always go, but there isn't anything else you want. But they get my brother everything on their list, on his list they can. I asked for a DS once, didn't expect to get it as we didn't have much money. I didn't get one, but my brother also asked for one and he got one. I didn't ask for a DS and I got one for Christmas. That was super cool. But like, yeah, my siblings always a weird one because they have a lot strong. I'm sorry, I'm not really playing the game. They have a lot more communication with my parents, which is great, but they seem to take in more of what they say than what I say, which is always a bit depressing. I literally like exchange like 2 or 3 words with them. I get really I get really bad anxiety about talking to my parents at the minute, because every time I do, they're either kind of bullying me about the fact that I haven't done some housework, which, by the way, my list of housework. And the reason for this is because I'm home all day, right? I'm home all day while they're at work. And a lot of people would look at that and go like, well, you should be doing housework. Keep in mind, I'm like, yeah, but you're not expected to do housework in the middle of the night when you're supposed to be asleep. You're asleep. So why am I expected to do the housework at the time that I have to sleep? You know, it's like I'm not you know, when you're all tucked up nice and cozy in your beds at 3 a.m, I'm out doing a fucking job in the freezing fucking cold. And yet I come home and it's like, I've got about a list of 5 different things, most of which I can't do. One of the big things is that the washing machine has become a really big argument at the minute. The washing machine is just too many spoons for me. For one, it's hugely complicated. The thing is, like, got way too many levers on it and stuff. For two, the smell of my family's washing is very bad. Not to say that they smell bad or anything, and this isn't to gross anyone out, but keep in mind, most of my family are athletic in some way. So my dad, for example, is a runner. Means that the clothes in the drawer that's his really smell. And probably not as strong as they would be to any normal person, but because I'm hugely sensitive to smell, it's too much for me. I'm getting upset thinking about this, I'm sorry. But the other thing is, like, it's too many different fabrics to touch, and putting anything in the washing machine breaks me out in a rash. I don't know why. I don't think it's actually an allergic reaction. I think it's just oversensitivity to it causing it. I don't think it's anything like I don't think it's any like dermatitis or anything. I don't know what you call it. Not dermatitis, like dermatological allergens. I don't think it's anything to do with that because I can handle washing up liquid no problem. But the second there's wet laundry, I can't touch it without feeling physically sick. And I want to cry just thinking about it. And recently the washing has become such a big argument because I can't do it. For one, too many buttons. 2, too many smells. 3, too many textures. And 4, the drying machine, the tumble dryer, is in the garage. Our washing machine is like adjacent to the kitchen. So it's like you come downstairs, you turn left and the kitchen's there, and then through that door is the washing machine. Easy enough, right? Come downstairs with the washing. It's not a big deal, right? The tumble dryer, you have to take it from the back of the house, from the washing machine, all the way down these concrete stairs, which, by the way, we live in England, it's usually raining, all the way down to the garage, which is usually locked or stuck. Put your hands on the bottom of the garage door, which has got like loads of moss and wet and just grit, like encrusted into the bottom of it. You have to lift that up, right? Then put your hand back on the dry, the clean washing, right? And then you have to clamber over about 50 sets of bicycles, because for some reason my dad collects bicycles. You have to climb over all those, and my motorbike, which is not in the way. You have to climb over all that, and a wheelbarrow that we don't even use, and a bunch of, like, equipment for various other things. And then you have to load it up into the tumble dryer. And, like, I don't even know how to turn that thing on. It's just, like, it's too much to do for one job. And I know I sound like I'm complaining, and I know most people are like, yeah, but most people can do that. Goes back to the autism thing, and I don't want to use it as an excuse because I should be able to do this, but it is a lot. It's a lot of mental tax. Realistically, if I was to do the washing, I probably couldn't go to work. That's how many spoons it takes for me to do the washing. And it's become an argument recently about the fact that I should be doing it. My mum rinses me recently about the fact that I wear nothing but black. And she always says that I wear things once and then put them out for washing. I'm like, no, I wear my clothes for a week and then I put them out for washing. I don't know. There's, like, levels to this, and I want to rant about it, but it upsets me a lot. Like, it's brought me to tears. Like, I was at work the other day in absolute tears over it, because I'm just so stressed about talking to them, just because I don't want them to bring it up. Recently, as well, they've been nagging me about my investments in the Lysa and stuff, and that's been causing a lot of arguments. The motorbike causes a lot of arguments. It's just a lot. So, like, realistically, I'm really, like, wanting to move out because, like, I don't like being here, because only time I talk to my parents, they're either ignoring me because they're on their phones or watching TV, which happens a lot more than I like to admit. You know what? I'm gonna get real for a minute here as well. Paul was the first person to ever actually, like, genuinely listen to me in my life. Because when I became friends with him, I remember it, so clearly I was saying something to him, and I was like, I started saying it, and he's like, "Oh, you told me this the other day." I was like, "You remembered?" He's like, "Of course I remembered." He listened, and this happened a couple times after this, and it was so eye-opening to me because I was so used to talking about this sort of stuff with my mother, and her being like, "I don't remember this conversation ever happening." And it was like, it's just like, it's a rough one. It's like hard. Like, my mum's very much on the, my mum's great. Mina knows my mum. Like, my mum's great with most things, and she's really helpful, but it's like, sometimes it's just really frustrating trying to talk to her. And I think that comes from being like a daughter in general, or like a kid in general. I think everyone has a bit of trouble with their parents, but it's like, it's getting worse. And it's just a rough one because I don't want to sound like a bratty child, but it's like, man, I just I don't want to be here. I'm so stressed. Like, and it's stressed about stupid stuff that shouldn't be a problem. But I also have no one here to kind of explain that to them. They don't listen to me. It's a rough one. But my mum constantly is on her phone, like all the time. Like, I'll go down to talk to her and she's on her phone. Oftentimes as well, if I go and talk to them after work, after they get back from work, who fucking calls? My sibling. They drop everything to answer the phone to her. I'm like right there. I barely talk to them. They dropped her back at uni a few months ago, and they came home, and I came down and talked to them, and it was the first time in a long time that they actually stood there and listened to me. And my dad was saying, "Oh, it was so nice to talk to you. Like, we were discussing in the car how we barely talk to you now." Well, like, yeah, because, like, you don't listen to me. Anyway. It's really sad because you do actually have a nice family when they're there. Yeah, this is the hard thing, is that my family is wonderful. They'll jump at anything to help anyone, like, with anything. Mina's a perfect example of this because my mum did her absolute best to help Mina. And they will do that. And they're very, very, like, I don't know if charitable is the right way to put it. They're very great with people. They're just not, they just don't know how to communicate with me, which is not that obscure, but it hurts. It's like, it's not obscure because I don't think many people know how to communicate with me unless they're kind of in the same wavelength of thinking, which I hate to break it to you, but most of my friends are. But, like, my parents really struggle to talk to me, which is, like, depressing. They struggle to talk to my sibling, too. I know I'm not just the only one that feels like this. Like, my sibling makes quite a bit of effort to talk to my parents. They'll drop everything to talk to her. But when they went off to uni, when my sibling went off to uni, they really didn't have any contact with my parents. Like, they came home for a holiday and literally would not talk to my parents at all, which really upset my parents, which meant my mum just complained to me nonstop about it, which was awful for me because I was sat there like, cool, like, I've asked you 5 different times to talk to me and you just won't. It's like, favorite child, which one is it? Obviously. But, like, I did explain to her one day eventually. I did kind of confront her and go, like, look, like, I'm trying my best to be, like, to talk to you and kind of, like, I need your attention as well. And all you're doing is complaining to me about my sibling not giving you attention, and it kind of broke her heart a bit, and I felt really bad about it, but I'll be honest, it's kind of slipped back into it. Which is why I don't talk to my parents very much, but it's like, it's so awkward. Because they are really good parents. I think I'm very fortunate. This is probably a really hard conversation because I know a lot of people don't have the greatest social, like, support circle with their parents and stuff, and I know not everyone has it. I'm very fortunate, don't get me wrong. I'm very aware of it. But it's just at times I'm like, can you please, like, sit and try and put yourself in my shoes occasionally? They're not very good at thinking. They're not very good at thinking about their immediate circle. They're very good at thinking about other people outside of the circle, but when it comes to, like, people in the circle, they're not very good with it. I think because they've kind of trained me to be very independent, and I'm not. But yeah, sorry. Right. I'm not reading chat. I'm so sorry. I don't want to sound ungrateful, but there's no reason to ask for a list if you don't care about it. Yeah, exactly. Like, why ask for a Christmas list if you're not even gonna, like, even try, you know? Was the same way for me. When I was living at home, in the end, I was, like, he literally does nothing. So I ended up only doing my own washing. Yeah, like, I can't even do my own washing. It's like, this is the problem I have with it, and it's like, it's debilitating because it's like so embarrassing because you're like, you don't want to admit that your parents still have to do your washing, especially when you're complaining on the internet about how little they talk to you. But it's like, I can't do it. Like, I physically can't do it. This is embarrassing. This is probably not a conversation I ever want to have. I just ramble about these things. I'm so sorry. It's a hard one. I feel like I'm complaining about nothing as well. Like, it's like first world problems. I'm so sorry. It's a rough one. Like, this is the problem I have with it. And this is why I try and minimize how much I impact the household. This is why I don't take showers very often. This is why, like, I cook all my own food and stuff. I don't try and inconvenience them with my shit, you know? It's like, I want to be able to do it. I just can't. I don't know how to do it. And before anyone asks, obviously, a lot of people will probably be wondering, like, well, how are you going to do the washing when you move? This kind of goes back to the complicated conversation that I've got to have with you guys eventually about the roommate situation, but I talked to Paul about it, and he will be doing the washing. In exchange that I literally cook, clean, and do everything else. Which is where I shine. I'm great at cleaning. And so, like, I'm like, if I've got anything glass that needs cleaning, it has to have no smudges, and I will literally work at it for an hour to make sure it has no smudges. I'm so committed to it, and I bleach everything. I don't care if it's, like, not good for the surface. It's bleached. It's bleached. It's got bleach on it. She drives my mum up the wall. She's like, I don't want to come home and smell bleach. I'm like, the house needs it. Yeah, sounds like you're in the same situation before I moved out. Your mum is so nice. It's really sad because you do actually have a nice family when they're there. This is the problem, though, is like, my mum is so nice, but it's really hard to kind of explain how you struggle with things to her. I don't know. It's like, why I called her to help me is because she knows about stuff like that, you know, but I don't, so I couldn't help Mina. She was so helpful with that. And I think she'd be horrified. She'd be so, like, this is the problem. If I actually talked to them about these things, they'd be so understanding, and they would really try to, like, understand for me. But would it change anything? No. Like, it wouldn't. Like, and that's why I don't bother talking about it, because it's like, why would I hurt her feelings by talking about these problems when I know it's not going to actually change anything, because it will get it off my chest, but it will not sit on hers at all. She will forget about it within 5 minutes. That's the problem. That's the reality of the problem. Glad phones weren't really a thing when I was growing up because my parents loved their phones and YouTube and Netflix and stuff. My mum is obsessed with Facebook and stuff. Hugs, thank you. I'm so sorry because, like, I know that I talk about how great my parents are sometimes, and then I'm like, this is the thing. I think it's a struggle that everyone has with their parents. It's just really awkward to kind of explain that you can't even do your own washing and you're too stressed to talk to your parents because it's all they want to talk about is the fact that you can't do your own washing. An exhausting conversation. This is one of those things where I'm like, I should not be allowed on the internet. Because I'm like sat here like, I really need to not open my mouth. Need to not open my mouth. Everyone has their little problems. I hope so. I hope that I'm, like, the least, like, I don't know. It sounds so ungrateful. I'm so sorry. When I bought my house, they were like, yay, woo. Then my brother bought a house, and now my house isn't as good as his. It's not as old as his. It's not as wonky as his. My cats aren't as good as his. My cat's poop isn't as stinky as his. That's real, by the way. What? He has more work to do on the house than me. This is not true, as I need to renovate and redecorate an entire house. He just has some bits to do. Yeah, like, this is the bit that, like, really I'm like, what are they gonna do when I move? Like, are they gonna, like, come out and try and see me? I don't know. I will live in the same area as them. I will probably live, like, a few minutes walk away from them. But do I think that they'll come and visit me on their own volition? No. Not really. I don't know. I think eventually my mum gets quite, like, sentimental. She gets really sad when I'm not around. Like, it's really weird. Like, when I go away, she worries about me, which is super nice. But realistically, I'm like, when I'm there, she doesn't try. I don't know. Don't try to talk to me about anything other than bitching at me about the fucking washing. This is a rough one. I'm sorry. I need to stop talking. I want to. Please forget everything I just talked about. Thank you. I'm just embarrassed now. It's not something I like talking about. Mostly because I think I know full well that I'm just complaining about nothing. First world problems. Anyway. No, it's indirect. Indirect. I don't think they'll I don't think they'll notice when I'm gone until. Thank you, Ned, by the way. I will drink to that. I don't think they'll notice I'm gone till I'm gone, kind of thing. I think they'll start noticing things in the house falling apart when I go. And I think that'll be the moment that they miss me. It will be when the dishwasher isn't emptied. It will be when the kitchen isn't cleaned. It will be when the dishwasher breaks. Literally anything to do with the dishwasher. The dishwasher will stop working and then they'll miss me. The bathroom isn't cleaned anymore. It's shit like that that I think that they'll start noticing, is that things aren't maintained anymore. And then they'll notice I'm gone. Which I think is going to be such a funny conversation when I come back on stream and I'm like, oh yeah, by the way, my parents' dishwasher broke a few weeks ago, which, oopsie, guesses what happens when you don't look after things properly. Guys, take care of your dishwashers. If it's got a warning light, look into it, because my parents literally complained for months when we got the dishwasher about the fact that they'd filled the salt tank and the salt light was still on. Took me 5 minutes to look into it to realize that they had in fact not put enough salt in it. I wish I was kidding. And then they came home and I explained to them, they're like, oh, how did you get the light to go off? And I was like, I put salt in it. And they're like, but we did that and it didn't work. And I'm like, yeah, how much salt did you put in it? Oh, a cup. It's like, you need to put half the bag in. And they're like, half the fucking bag? I'm like, yeah, half the bag. And you need to put salt in it to keep it maintained. And you also need to do a rinse cycle every month. So you need to turn it on the highest setting. Usually helps if you put like a wash aid in it. You need to put that in it to just melt down all the fat and clean it out properly. Smells a lot better. It functions a lot better if you do it. And it just cleans a lot better. It's just a good idea to do in general for most things that wash things, is to, you know, clean them occasionally. And they don't do it. And like so often they'll complain after like a week. They'll be like, oh, why like is a dishwasher not functioning or cleaning things properly? I'm like, have you tried like doing a rinse cycle? When was the last time you did a rinse cycle? And it turns out they didn't do it like 3 months ago. So now I do it every month. And they get annoyed at me when they do it. What I like to point out, they get really cross about the fact that I put the empty dishwasher on the highest heat setting with nothing but a washing up tablet and a actual rinse bottle in it. And they get really cross about it because they're like, you could have put like 1 spoon in there. I'm like, no, you're not supposed to put anything in there. You just wash it. My dad gets really angry about it. I'm like, look, this is why shit breaks in this house, is because you don't do things by the instructions. Really angers me. Another example that came to my head is the washing machine's the same. I don't mind maintaining the washing machine. I get quite a lot of enjoyment out of that. The washing machine is our old washing machine. I haven't touched the new one. The old one, I used to have to maintain the old one. The old one, by the way, I could use. I didn't really have too many problems with the old one. But like, it turned into, after a while, that I could only turn it on. I couldn't take things out of it because I got such a bad rash from it, which conveniently my parents had forgotten. But the washing machine, we noticed there was like an ammonia smell in it, and we couldn't work out for ages what it was. And my mum was very insistent, like, oh, it's the neighbor's cat peeing in the porch, like it's doing something like that. Turned out that the entire drawer to the washing machine was absolutely caked. I mean, visibly caked in mold. And the only reason we noticed it was because my sibling pulled it out one day. And I didn't even know it could come out. And I was like, man. So I had to maintain that when they went off to uni until it broke, because eventually it did break completely. Because sure enough, they weren't maintaining it. The fridge is a similar story. The fridge reeks. Another thing is that they don't notice things go moldy in the house. I think I've talked about this before, that I used to get sent to school with moldy bread because they just don't notice. Found out, by the way, you should never eat moldy bread. Like, so often than not, I don't know if anyone else does this, but when it gets mold on it and stuff, people just cut off the mold. Don't do that. It doesn't actually change anything. If it's got mold, the whole thing needs to go in the bin because it spreads a lot deeper than people realize. Fun fact, it's not good for you. My parents said they would come down and stay for a week to help with the house. When I asked, are you still coming down? They were like, oh, we were going to Somerset. Then they felt bad. They said they would come down this month. Oh. My dad tried to eat piccalilli that went brown. Oh, there is so much shit in my cupboard that's out of date. I really give my mum and my dad a hard time over it. They're like, it's sealed, it's fine. I'm like, it's not. I'm like, I think I've got quite a good balance with it. I'm like, realistically, if it smells fine, if it's past its best before date, it's probably still usable. If it's like smelling fine, if it's not really showing any signs of problems, if it's not meat based or more so organic based, it's fine. But like, their thing is like using butter that's got mold on it and bread that's got mold on it, or eating moldy fruit. It's, you know, it's like things take, like jam jars, for example. Jam and like most things in your jam cupboard, so like preservatives and stuff, most things in there will last a long time, like years. So when they go out of date, it's like, you maybe really should get rid of them because clearly you haven't used them. And it causes a fight in my house about getting rid of things. We've got a bottle of like what's called like Daddy-O sauce that's from like, it went out of date in like 1988 or something. Which, by the way, was before I was born. Anyway. This is a problem in my house. I notice when things start going moldy. They don't. They notice the washing. I don't. I think that's a good trade-off. I will hold up my hands. I'm not good with the washing, but they're also not great with anything else. Get rid of that now. Oh my god, I'm on my way. I'm gonna come and throw it away for you. Do you know how many times I've tried to throw it away? Do you know how many times? I'm scared to open it. I've tried just throwing it away. It keeps reappearing in my fucking cupboard. I literally... Oh, I didn't read any of that. Sorry, Harvey. Love you. I literally, right, the other day... This is such a horrible story. The other day, I threw away a bottle of lemon juice, right? A bottle of lemon juice. It expired about 3 months ago, right? It clearly just been like, it was behind something else. It had gotten missed, right? Oh, okay, don't talk to me then. It got missed. It wasn't a big deal, right? So I just got rid of it. Come to the cupboard again. There was another one in there that had also gone out of date a few days prior. I had to get rid of that one as well. So we've got no lemon juice at the minute because it's all gone out of date. They also don't keep it in the fridge. Gross stuff. Anyway, sorry. Oh, I dealt with them. Okay. Take that to work with you and put it in the bin there. I think there would be questions about why I'm not recycling it at work. It's the problem. The house is falling apart by our ears as well, by the way. Our conservatory, when we had the thunderstorm the other week, our conservatory came down. Like, it's not really a conservatory. I wouldn't call it that. It's more like a glass-topped, like, porch. One of the glass panes came down at the weekend. At the last storm, right? Have they done anything about it? No. So whenever it rains, our porch is just a porch where the washing machine is, by the way, just gets covered in water. Unfortunately, I also can't do anything about it. It's not really a thing I can maintain. If that makes sense. Please have something I desire. Would appreciate it. They do not. I can see that now. God fucking damn it. Oh, now you've got a quality sprinkler. Well, fucking thanks. Retro catalog. Sorry, I feel so bad that I'm just talking about this shit. Yeah, but I think it's just little problems. I don't think it's big problems. I'm just ranting and talking about it. My parents don't keep mayonnaise in the fridge. Okay, that's a problem. That's a health hazard. I know that because I was in France once and I had garlic mayonnaise, right? Kept it with me. It was all I ate. Did not realize you're supposed to keep that shit in a fridge. And sure enough, day 3, I ate some. It still smelled fine. I vomited. It was not a great time. But yeah. They've had this... Sorry. They've had the same toilet brush for like 15 years. Mimi! Please, that is a biohazard! I'm sorry, did I make you lose your lunch? No, that's okay, I haven't had any yet. But like, Jesus Christ. Jesus. Please. Oh, I'm not judging, but like, Jesus Christ, like... Are you okay? They only, to be fair, are my parents. I don't know how long they had the original one for. I know they don't use it for a fact because, like, they didn't touch it until one day when they decided they were going to start using it and then got rid of it and got a different one. So we've got a new one, right? But the, I'm the only person that cleans the toilet. Because my mum bitched at me one day because my sibling came home, made an absolute state of the toilet. I won't go into detail about it massively, but made an absolute state of the toilet, right? Who got the blame for it? Me. I was like, no, I clean up after myself. And they didn't even know. And sure enough, I'm still the only person that deals with any of that stuff. I cleaned the toilet, by the way. I did it in the middle of the night and made as much ruckus as I could possibly make because I'm petty. And like, they complained. Like, my mother came by and they complained. They're like, what the fuck are you doing? I'm like, cleaning the toilet like you asked. I'm like, I'm sorry, but like, it's not my job to clean up after everyone. But at the same time, it's... To be honest, I think the issue in my household is that we all kind of expect each other to do certain things, and realistically, we just need to hold each other accountable with certain jobs. Like... I don't know. I need to stop talking about this because it's genuinely making me a bit sad because I'm like, I feel like part of me just feels a bit guilty about slagging my mother off because she is great. I would like to say that my mother and father are wonderful people. They've done a really good job of raising me and stuff. I just think that, as everyone does, I've got some complaints. And I think that that's normal and I shouldn't feel so bad for it, but I do, so I'm gonna stop talking about it. Random, I was looking at your Discord server the other day and there's a picture of your arm. What? Looking through your Discord server the other day and there was a picture of your hand, arm, leg, and foot. I realized I could have taken that exact picture at that moment minus the car. What? Gotta go. Thank you for coming, Mina. It was so good to see you. Thank you. I love you. Bye, 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 bye. We will talk about doing some more stuff soon, I hope. I will probably contact you at some point as well. The outfit and stuff. Oh! Yeah, let's go. Yeah. Do you mean when I got the tattoo? Wait, let me look at this. I think I know which one you're on about as well. Is it in the... I think it's in the special stuff, isn't it? Yeah. The ripped jeans with my hand in it. Yeah, if you're on the secret chat for subs, there's like a photo of my leg, my foot, and my arm wrapped up in black wrap, which is like black cling film, because I got a tattoo. I got a spontaneous tattoo. I've never shown that tattoo. I probably won't. It's not like... It was a flash piece, so it's not something that, like, no one else has. But, like, it was, it's a bunny. Everyone says it looks like Pikachu, though, so I'm like, it doesn't to me, but I love it. I love the bunny. That photo's so funny. Mostly because you can see my Coke on the floor. I don't have a cup holder in that car, so I just throw my Coke on the floor. It's probably not sanitary, but yeah, like Mimi can take the same photo. It's so funny. Literally, that is my favorite pair of jeans. It's the most, as well, I would like to say, that outfit that I've got on in that photo. You can't see my jumper, but I've also got a black hoodie on from a festival I went to a few years ago. I love that outfit so much. It's all black. My Converse makes my legs look really thin though. Yeah, the outfit and stuff. Yeah, yes. But my tattoo is on the other arm. Oh, I don't have any tattoos on my right arm. All my tattoos are on my left arm. Question mark? No, I've got a tattoo on my back. I've got a tattoo on my back, which is the half-done angel wings, which, you know, we haven't got any further with because I don't really know what I'm gonna do with it. Also because monetarily I can't afford it. When am I supposed to go to this festival, by the way? The other thing is, like, my foot tattoo, which is for my family. I've got 3 maple leaves, 1 for each family member. So my mother, my father, and my sibling. Because despite the fact that I complain about them, I do still love them. And then I've also got I've got 2 tattoos on my wrist. Yes, I think that's it. I don't have any more. So I've got a moth on my forearm, and I've also got a bunny on my underside of my forearm. Which is, fun fact, is actually why there's so much moth motif on my channel, is because that was originally inspired by my tattoo, which at the time I think was the only one I had besides the maple leaves. I haven't got any more. Do you think he'll sell truffles? I don't know. No. Why is everyone here? We've got a festival happening. Any more planned? In terms of tattoos, I've got loads. I got so many plans, but most of them are sleeves, which is not cheap. So, oh, the festival's begun. Let's go. So for me, most of my tattoos are like bigger pieces, and probably I'm considering, because I'm not really sure where I'm gonna progress with the wings, right? I'm probably gonna get like the 3 hedgehogs, like Sonic, Silver, and Shadow from Sonic the Hedgehog, on my hip at some point to start my gaming leg, because I'm gonna get loads of stuff on my left thigh for video games and stuff. I'm very excited about. Modern rug. Cool, absolutely nothing of use. Is this the festival? Oh. Harvey! Ah! Oh god, he's near, Hi honey, it'll be any moment now when the jellies show up. Never gets old. Oh, he's so cute. There's also mine, beesh. Greetings, Jasper. As the evening sets in, the moonlight jellyfish draw closer to the shoreline. Once we set the candle boat on its way, they'll gather around the docks. Should I launch the boat now? Yeah. Can I stand with my husband? Yeah! Oh, so cute! Where's Elliot? Oh, I don't know. I think he's on the other side. Sorry, Mimi. Any more planned in terms of tattoos? Yeah, I've got the gaming leg stuff. I've got a chest piece kind of planned. I'm probably gonna get a wapple tinger. I'm not sure. I think so. Gonna get a wapple tinger, I think. Look at it all. Oh, look at the babies! It's so pretty. Look at that one. Look at them. It's so cool. Chest is interesting pain-wise, I know. I've also got loads of acne there, which isn't ideal. Which is why I've not really thought much more about getting it. Net redeem drink, dummy, thank you, Net. I will drink to that. The glow of summer has faded now. The moonlight jellies carry on towards the great unknown. Yay. Right. With that, I'm also probably gonna end stream kind of soon. I think Mina's streaming, so we might go raid her. Aww. Let's go to sleep. So we made a bit of progress with the community center. We got one of the like resins. Until the duck grows, we're probably not gonna get very far with that. But I might see about getting the I'm not sure, cause like the thing with the pigs is like I need an outside area for them. which I don't really know how I'm supposed to do. We'll see. We'll see. Cool. For year 1, let's go! Right. With that. Exit to desktop. Anyway. Oh. Hello, people. Hey, yo, people. So, anyway, as I said before, for anyone that's still here, Wednesday at about 3 PM, I'll probably do a proper, like, won't do much of an announcement on Discord about it. There will be a, like, general chat being like, okay, I'm in this chat. There will be a call, that will happen for anyone that wants to join. That's, so if anyone knows anyone that's kind of, like, wanting to kind of find out what's going on, please let them know that this is going to be the one time I talk about it in detail. Kind of gives the whole story. I'm not going to discuss it after that because I'm risking kind of people getting involved that I don't really need to get involved. It's not going to be a witch hunt either. I want people to be very respectful of the fact that I'm just talking about it to let my community know what kind of went on last year, and give them kind of a heads up and give you guys a heads up about, like, what's been going through my mind, what's been affecting me, what I'm dealing with outside of streaming. And that's it. It's not to, like, it's not to go after anyone because that's not what I want. It's just, yeah. But yeah, I just want people to respect the fact that these people aren't, like, no one's at fault really except these 2 people that are causing this, and that's what I'm going to talk about. But realistically, I need to be careful because one of the people kind of in the kind of eye of the storm of the situation is a friend of the channel, and someone that kind of is potentially going to get, like, have some things to say about this. But they've been defending me. I want to say that they're not a bad person or anything. I'm just literally, and they know I'm going to talk about this. I'm literally just talking about it to just, say my piece. Just be like, this is what's been going on. This is what it's done to me. This is what it's caused. This is, going on. And I will stop. I'm going to drop the tea kind of thing, but it's not to cause a witch hunt, which is why I'm not streaming it. So Wednesday at 3 PM, I will talk about it, okay? Chest was the most painful for me, but it was fine afterwards, whereas my hip and tummy area, it hurt, but not as bad as, not as bad, but was a wreck afterwards. God damn. Jeez. My foot, like, if anyone's got a foot tattoo, you'll know foot tattoos are the worst. Because, like, on top of it being a really sensitive area to get tattooed, and it's agonizing, right? You also deal with the fact that it swells up like a balloon afterwards, and you can't walk on it. You can't walk on it, and you can't put shoes on. I made the terrible mistake of doing it and then having to go to work afterwards, like a few days afterwards, and my foot was so swollen. I also had shoes that were too small for me at the time. I'm a size 8 UK shoe, which, yes, I'm very aware of as a big size for my height, but that's what I've got. And at the time, I'd been given size 7 shoes, so they were too small. And by the way, the size 8 isn't so much the length, it's the width for me. So I can fit size 7s, but they're not comfortable. So I had size 7s. I had asked for size 8s, and they still had not provided me with any. So it rubbed off half my tattoo. I was not impressed. What the fuck? Hobbit feet? Bitch! What the fuck? Don't judge my fucking feet! What the hell? They're not hobbit feet. They're, like, clean shaven. What the hecky? I epilate them. They're not airy. God damn it. That sounds bad. Yeah. Yeah, anyway, right. I'm gonna raid Mina, and we're gonna go and see what Mina's up to, and I'm gonna probably have to deal with the VODs because I still need to get those uploaded. I'm trying very hard. I also gotta deal with some other stuff, but, like, I will sort it. Oh my fucking god. Stop! Big feet, big shoes. No! God damn it. They're not even big. They're really short, and, like, from a shoe standpoint, most people would say I'm a size 7, but size 8 is so much more comfortable for me. More to sniff? Mono, what the fuck? Mono, I'm genuinely No! I'm so concerned. What the fuck? I'm so concerned. What the hecky? What the hecky? Oh my god. Alright, I'm gonna end stream there anyway. Alright, guys. I love you all very dearly. Thank you very much for listening to my rambles. Once again, don't forget, Wednesday at 3 PM UK time. I'm not sure what that is. Wait, hang on. Okay. Whatever your time is now, add on 30 minutes, and that's when we'll talk about it, okay? So, whatever your time is in your time zone currently, add on 30 minutes to that time, and that's when it will be, but on a Wednesday, okay? Cool. For anyone curious. Thank you for stream. Have a good afternoon. Thank you very much for everyone coming. I appreciate it. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm so sorry for my long ramble about my family. I'm so sorry. I feel so rude. Thank you very much for putting up with me. Right, anyway, hang on. I will sort something out real quick. And I will put it in chat. Right. With that, I will see you very soon.